You need to take a seat, please. All right.
Back wasn't working. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Commissioner Hughes. This is the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar for Thursday, July 10th. Do I have a court interpreter on the line?
Yes, good afternoon. This is Jared Clark, court interpreter.
Good afternoon, Mr. Clark. If you would please interpret that opening advisement, then we will get started.
Okay. Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Soy la comisionada Hughes y esta es la lista de causas de comparecencias iniciales del día 10 de julio del 2025.
The court's orders for the taking of DNA samples and fingerprints issued on the first calendar of July will apply to the hearings on this calendar.
Las órdenes del tribunal para la toma de muestras de ADN y huellas digitales que se hicieron el día 1 de este mes también se aplican a esta lista de causas.
As we get started in here this afternoon, I will call each of you into the courtroom one at a time.
A medida que comencemos esta tarde, los voy a llamar uno por uno para que pasen aquí adentro a la sala.
I will ask one of you to stand behind this gray podium here in front of me in the courtroom. Then I'll ask the next two people I intend to call into the courtroom to line up in the two blue chairs right inside this door.
Les voy a pedir a uno de ustedes que se pare detrás de este podio gris que está dentro de la sala. Las siguientes dos personas después de esa persona se van a tomar asiento en las sillas que se encuentran afuera de la sala.
Once you work your way into the courtroom and you're behind the podium, I will start by asking you to state your full name and date of birth. Then I will explain why you're here.
Una vez que estén ante el podio o detrás del podio ante mí, les voy a pedir que digan su nombre, fecha de nacimiento y luego les voy a explicar la razón por la que están aquí.
You all have the right to the assistance of counsel in a criminal case. While you're in the courtroom, I will tell you whether you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer, sometimes called a public defender.
Todos tienen derecho en los casos penales a tener la ayuda de un abogado. En ciertos casos pueden calificar para el nombramiento de un abogado de oficio. Les voy a indicar si califican o no.
Whether or not you qualify for a public defender, you always have the right to hire a private lawyer to represent you if you wish to.
Independientemente de que si califican o no para el nombramiento de un defensor público, siempre tienen el derecho de contratar a un abogado por su propia cuenta.
When you're in the courtroom, I will also give you the next court hearing dates and times you'll be required to attend after this court hearing. And the last thing that we will do is go over on what terms and conditions you could be released from custody.
Luego voy a repasar con ustedes sus próximas audiencias, la fecha y la hora. Y luego al final vamos a hablar de las posibles condiciones en dado caso de que pudiera salir en libertad.
Before I start calling people into the courtroom, I also want you all to know that you have the right to remain silent and that anything you say while you're in the courtroom can be used against you.
Antes de que comencemos, les quiero advertir también que tienen el derecho de guardar silencio. Por lo tanto, les aconsejo que no hablen sobre su caso aquí en la sala porque todo se está grabando.
There will not be a lawyer in the courtroom defending you here this afternoon. So because anything you say could be used against you, I will strongly encourage all of you not to make any statements regarding the facts about why you're here.
No va a haber abogado para representarlos aquí hoy, por lo tanto, por eso les aconsejo fuertemente que no hablen sobre sus casos mientras estén aquí.
Last thing before we get started, all the information that you get while you're in the courtroom will be in a written document called a release order handed to you when you step back into the room that you're in right now. Please keep that document with you wherever you go from here.
Lo último es que no tienen que recordar todo lo que se vaya a decir o hacer en la audiencia. Van a recibir una hoja que se llama un resumen de puesta en libertad que va a contener toda la información. Es importante llevarse ese documento a donde quiera que vayan en la cárcel.
Okay, can I please ask to have Herman Ruiz Lopez all the way into the courtroom behind the gray podium?
Puede pasar, por favor, Germán Ruiz López hasta adentro, detrás del podio.
Can I please have your full name and date of birth?
¿Me puede dar, por favor, su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento?
Germán Ruiz López.
Germán Ruiz López.
Ajá.
And what's your date of birth?
¿Y cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
Es 2007, 14 de enero.
2007, January 14th.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. You are here on allegations of new charges.
Muchas gracias, señor. Está aquí por acusaciones de nuevos delitos.
Those new allegations are one count of discharging a firearm at a residence, a Class 2 felony.
Las nuevas acusaciones son la primera, disparar arma de fuego contra un domicilio, delito mayor de categoría 2.
One count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony.
Una acusación de posesión de un arma de parte de una persona que tiene prohibido portar armas, delito mayor de categoría 4.
And one count of discharging a firearm in the city limits, a Class 6 felony.
Y una acusación de disparar un arma de fuego dentro de los límites de una ciudad, delito mayor de categoría 6.
I did find probable cause to support these allegations, and I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Determiné que hay motivo fundado para respaldar estas acusaciones y nombré la Defensoría Pública para representarlo en este caso.
Your next court hearings on these allegations will be a status conference July 16th and then a preliminary hearing July 18th, both of them at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown.
Sus próximas audiencias son una consulta de actualización el 16 de julio, una audiencia preliminar el 18 de julio. Ambas van a ser a las 8:30 en el juzgado del Tribunal Superior que se encuentra en el centro de Phoenix.
Okay.
On these allegations, based in part due to the substantial risk of harm posed to the alleged victims.
Entonces, en este caso, a base de la posibilidad real de daño contra la víctima,
Based in part on the fact that if convicted, these are prison mandatory offenses.
y basado en parte en que si se le falla culpable de estos delitos, es obligatoria la penitenciaría.
And based in part on the allegation that you are not a legal resident of the United States.
Y basado en parte en que usted no es residente legal de Estados Unidos,
The court determines that you pose a substantial risk of harm to victims and the community and also a potential flight risk.
entonces determino que usted presenta un peligro verdadero para la víctima y para la comunidad en general, y también presenta un peligro de darse a la fuga.
For those reasons, you have a $100,000 cash-only bond on these allegations.
Por esa razón, tiene una fianza de $100,000 en efectivo solamente para estas acusaciones.
If you post that bond and you are released from custody, you cannot return to the scene where the underlying alleged events took place, and you cannot have any contact with alleged victims or witnesses.
Si usted deposita esa fianza y sale en libertad, tiene prohibido regresar al sitio donde sucedió el delito y tampoco podrá tener contacto ni comunicación con las presuntas víctimas ni ningún testigo.
If released, you are also prohibited from possessing any weapons.
Si sale en libertad, también tiene prohibido poseer ningún arma de fuego, ningún arma de cualquier tipo.
Do you understand all of those conditions?
¿Entiende todas esas condiciones?
Sí, nomás quiero saber una pregunta. ¿Cuánto es la de fianza?
Yes, I would just like to ask a question. What was the amount of the bail?
It is $100,000 cash only.
Es de $100,000 en efectivo solamente.
Y si no alcanzo esos 100,000, ¿qué va a pasar?
And so if I can't afford the $100,000, what will happen?
If you do not post that bond, you will stay in custody at least until your first court hearing on the 16th. After that, what will happen will be up to the judge you see on the 16th.
Si no le alcanza para depositar esa fianza, entonces va a permanecer encarcelado hasta por lo menos la primera audiencia del día 16 de julio. A partir de entonces, la decisión va a depender del juez de ese día.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. You can step back to your left and get your paperwork.
Muchas gracias. Puede pasar a la izquierda para recoger sus papeles.
Mr. Clark, before you disconnect, would you please make a quick inquiry of the gallery to make sure we don't miss anybody that might require your assistance?
Sure. Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Si hay alguien más que necesite intérprete en español, levante la mano, por favor.
No hands, Your Honor.
All right. I am told no hands were raised. Thank you very much for your assistance. You're free to disconnect.
You're very welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you. Okay. Can I please have Joey Wax into the courtroom behind the gray podium? Leslie Hernandez, if you would please work your way to this first chair right inside the door. Russell Glazer, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Joey Wax, 7/24/89.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wax. You are here on two different matters. Both of the matters that you're here on allege new allegations against you, just in two different ways. The first one is an arrest warrant that was issued after a direct complaint was filed. A direct complaint is a written document that alleges new allegations against you. The allegations in the direct complaint are 2 counts of aggravated driving under the influence, both Class 4 felonies alleged to have been committed January 9th of 2025. The second matter that you're here on is allegations of new offenses based on a new arrest. Those allegations are 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, a Class 5 felony, 1 count of theft or being in control of stolen property, 1 count of resisting arrest, those 2 are Class 6 felonies, and 1 count of reckless driving, a Class 2 misdemeanor. The unlawful flight and reckless driving allegations are alleged to have been committed on July 8th. The other 3, the misconduct involving weapons, theft, and resisting arrest, alleged to have been committed yesterday, July 9th. On those allegations, I did find probable cause to support all of them except for 2. I did not find probable cause to support the unlawful flight or the reckless driving allegations. My finding of no probable cause on those 2 allegations doesn't mean they're legally dismissed. It is possible the county attorney's office will file charges on those allegations, but for purposes of this hearing here this afternoon, I'm not considering those 2 allegations in terms of determining your release conditions.
Could I speak to you?
Let me get through what I have to get through. I'll give you a chance at the end. Okay, on both of these cases, you're entitled to a court-appointed lawyer, so I've appointed a lawyer to represent you in both cases. Your next court hearings in each of these 2 cases will be the same. They will be a status conference July 16th and a preliminary hearing the 18th, both at 8:30, or I guess I should say all at 8:30 downtown. On the direct complaint warrant, you have a $1,000 cash-only bond. On the new allegations, the new arrest allegations supported by probable cause, you have a $50,000 secured appearance bond. So your total bond will be $51,000. $1,000 of that is cash only. Okay, Mr. Wax, I will give you an opportunity please be mindful you don't have a lawyer in here and anything you say could be used against you. So I encourage you not to speak about the facts that brought you here in either case, but if you have questions or want clarification on your release conditions, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, because how they came about yesterday, they just showed up and...
Talk to your lawyer about that.
Yeah.
I don't want you to accidentally say something that could be used against you. So if you think that there's something unusual about the circumstances of your arrest, talk to your lawyer about that. You have the right to challenge the information presented by law enforcement, and you certainly have the right to defend yourself.
Yeah, the reason why I was going to ask you is because obviously you read over it, and I don't know if you've seen anything that, besides, because what you said that, how you said that they were being potentially dismissed or something, like, I don't know.
They're not dismissed. So I didn't find probable cause to support the unlawful flight or the reckless driving allegations. And the reason that I did not find probable cause for those is because I did not see any facts alleged by law enforcement for purposes of this hearing to support that you were alleged to be the driver of the vehicle that fled and drove recklessly. So it is possible that law enforcement has that information, just didn't include it, which is why I said it could in fact be charged. But for purposes of this hearing, that information was not included in what I reviewed, which is why I didn't find probable cause to support those allegations.
And they're saying that so that is what initially brought them to where they tried to get me or whatever. So like the whole case is like...
Talk to your lawyer. I think I understand what you're saying, but I'm not sure that that's factually supported by what I was given. So I'm not saying that's wrong. That could be the case, but talk to your lawyer about that. If that is the case and you and your lawyer think that provides a defense to your case, your lawyer will bring that up with the trial court at your next hearing.
Okay, and so my whole total bond is how much?
It's $51,000 total. $1,000 is cash only on the DUI allegations.
So only 1,000 is cash only?
That's right. All right. Thank you, Mr. Wax. You can step back and get your paperwork. Leslie Hernandez, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Mr. Glazer, if you'd shift over to the first chair, please, and then if I could have Janette Garcia in the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
That is Hernandez.
And what's your date of birth?
06/07/1983.
Thank you, Mr. Hernandez. You are here on a failure to appear warrant issued by the Superior Court when you failed to appear at a comprehensive pretrial conference in an existing felony drug and misconduct involving weapons case. You have a lawyer already assigned to you in that matter. That lawyer will continue to represent you. Your next court hearing will be a status conference July. A status conference July 21st. It will be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $50,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released from custody, in addition to attending that hearing July 21st, you are also ordered not to possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
My question is, how come the warrant was even issued to begin with? I was in treatment.
So the warrant was issued when you had a hearing on that case and you were not present.
Well, no, I was in treatment that day. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that doesn't change the fact that you weren't in court. And so when you were not present, the judge that was going to conduct that hearing but couldn't because you weren't there issued the warrant for your arrest. Any other questions? All right, thank you, Mr. Hernandez. You can step back and get your paperwork. Russell Glazer, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Ivory Matu, if you would work your way to the second chair. Can I please have your name and date of birth?
Russell Glazer, 7/23/84.
Thank you very much, Mr. Glazer. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, 1 count of possession or use of a weapon in a drug offense, 1 count of dangerous drug possession. All 3 of those are Class 4 felonies, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor.
What weapons did I have?
The allegation is that you had a knife on you.
I cannot carry a knife in this state.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like the allegation is that you had brass knuckles, or maybe brass knuckles and a knife.
Brass knuckles
Hold on.
and a knife are still legal in this state, though.
Well, talk to your lawyer about that. So the allegation is that you were prohibited from possessing those weapons, and so the fact that they were found on you is what led to those charges.
Not even close to that.
Talk to your lawyer. I'm not here to dispute the facts with you. So I'm telling you what you were charged with. You can talk to your lawyer about those allegations. I did appoint a lawyer to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference July 16th and then a preliminary hearing the 18th. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On those allegations, based in part on a written recommendation from the county attorney's office, you have a $25,000 secured appearance bond, $25,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, you cannot possess any weapons and you cannot possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand your release conditions?
Yeah, I'm just like a little like confused right now because one, like a prohibited possessor is a firearm, so that just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
That's not true.
And then a drug charge, what do we call it? Presumptive, or what is it? It's an 8 ball, 3.5 grams. I don't even know what that was. I picked up Altoids from.
Talk to your lawyer. Like I said, I'm not here to dispute the facts with you.
This is
So talk to your
fucking
lawyer
stupid.
about the facts. Janette Garcia, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Christopher Hughes, if you would please take a seat in the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Jerick Garcia, 62486.
Thank you, Ms. Garcia. You are here on an initial arrest warrant issued by the Pinal County Superior Court. The allegations in that case are 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. It looks like the warrant alleges those offenses were committed December 24th of 2022. You are entitled to a court-appointed lawyer to defend you against those allegations. That lawyer will be appointed for you at your next court hearing in Pinal County. That hearing is going to be an arraignment hearing July 15th. It will be at 8:30. It will take place in the Pinal County Superior Court. On that warrant, you have a $25,000 cash-only bond. If you post that bond and you are released from custody, you will be responsible for getting yourself to that hearing in Pinal County on the 15th, and you are ordered not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
So when can I go home?
Well, in order to be released from custody, you would have to post that bond. So if you post that bond, you're eligible for release as soon as that bond gets posted and you get processed through release. If you don't post that bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing in Pinal County on the 15th, and then what will happen there and after will be up to the Pinal County judge you see on that day.
Okay, so there's no time limit that they can pick me up and then I can get released, like they said?
Well, you have to go to that court hearing first. So the time limit is the 15th, but nothing will change between now and the 15th from these release conditions.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Ms. Garcia. You can step back and get your paperwork. Ivory Matu, if you would work your way into the courtroom. Raymond Hernandez, if you please work your way to the second chair. Can I please have your name and date of birth?
Ivory Maddox, 6/11/79.
Thank you very much. It's pronounced Maddox.
Or Matu.
But, okay.
There's 2 different.
I just want to make sure I get it right. So what do you prefer?
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Okay. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference July 16th and then a preliminary hearing July 18th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On these allegations, you have a $25,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that bond and you are released from custody, you cannot return to the scene where the alleged events took place. You cannot have contact with any alleged victims or witnesses, and you are prohibited from possessing any weapons or drugs without a valid prescription if you are released. Do you understand your release conditions?
I don't know what's happening.
So what's happening is you were booked into jail on new allegations of aggravated assault and drug paraphernalia possession. So I am seeing you to tell you that that has happened and to provide your preliminary release conditions, which include a $25,000 secured appearance bond. So if you post that bond, you'll be eligible for release from custody. If you don't, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your first court hearing. All that information will be in your paperwork. You can work your way back to your left and get that paperwork now.
I'm stuck in here until I come up with $25,000. What? $2,500?
Unless and until you post that $25,000 bond, or you go to your first court hearing and your release conditions change. Those are the two ways you could get out of custody. All right, you can step back and get your paperwork. All right, Christopher Hughes, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Alante Allen, if you would please work your way to the second chair.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Yes, Christopher Hughes, September 11th, 1986.
Thank you, Mr. Hughes. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of burglary and 1 count of misconduct involving weapons. They are both Class 4 felonies. I did find probable cause to support both of those allegations, and I appointed a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference July 16th and then a preliminary hearing July 18th. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On those allegations, you have a $10,000 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released from custody, you are ordered not to return to the scene where any of the alleged underlying events took place. You cannot have contact with any victims or witnesses, and you cannot possess any drugs without a valid prescription or weapons if you're released from custody. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to maybe modify that a little bit?
The only way to modify that is through the trial court by your lawyer at your next court hearing.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Hughes.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Raymond Hernandez, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Ronald Vney, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Raymond Angel Hernandez, 07/28/2006.
Thank you, Mr. Hernandez. You are here on 2 different matters. The first matter that you're here on is allegations of new charges. Those allegations are 1 count of unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, that's a Class 5 felony, and 1 count of reckless driving, a Class 2 misdemeanor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your next court hearings on those new allegations will be a status conference July 16th, and then a preliminary hearing July 18th. Those will be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On those 2 new allegations, you have a $2,500 secured appearance bond. The second matter that you're here on is a bench warrant that was issued by the probation court when you failed to appear at a revocation arraignment hearing. I think in that probation case, you already have a lawyer assigned to you. That lawyer will continue to defend you. Your next court hearing in the probation matter will be a new revocation arraignment hearing. That will be July 17th at 8:30 downtown. On the probation warrant, you have a $250 secured appearance bond. So your total bond will be $2,750, all secured appearance. If you post that and you're released from custody, you cannot possess any weapons or drugs without a valid prescription. And if you don't have a valid driver's license, you can't operate a motor vehicle upon release. Do you have a question?
Will it be 10% of the bonding?
So it is a secured appearance bond. That means you do have the option to use a bonding company.
Yeah.
My general understanding is that most bonding companies require a minimum of 10% down. That would be an agreement that you make with the bonding company, though, not with the court. So if you want to explore that option, when you get back into the jail facility, there's a list of bonding companies and phone numbers posted just in various different places. You can find one of those lists and call all of the companies on that list if you want to see what their requirements might be.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, any other questions?
No.
All right, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Alante Allen, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Deina Gonzalez, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Alante Allen, birthday May 3rd, 97.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. You are here on 3 different matters. The first matter that you're here on is allegations of new charges. Those allegations are 1 count of narcotic drug possession and 1 count of dangerous drug possession. They are both class 4 felonies. I did find probable cause to support the dangerous drug allegation, but I did not find probable cause to support the narcotic drug allegation. My finding of no probable cause does not mean that narcotic drug allegation is legally dismissed. It is possible the county attorney's office will file a charge on it, but I'm not considering that allegation in terms of determining your release conditions. You're also here on an allegation that the dangerous drug possession new allegation that I did find probable cause to support is a term 1 probation violation in your 2 probation cases. You are entitled to a lawyer on all 3 cases, the 2 probation and the new case, and I've appointed one for you in all of those cases. Your next court hearings on the new drug allegation will be a status conference July 16th and then a preliminary hearing July 18th. Your next hearing on the 2 probation cases will be a revocation arraignment hearing July 17th. So you will have court the 16th, 17th, and 18th all at 8:30, all in the Superior Court downtown. On the 2 probation matters, you have a $500 secured appearance bond each. On the new drug charge, your bond is $50. That means your total bond for all 3 cases will be $1,050. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you are released from custody, you cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Allen. You can step back and get your paperwork. Ronald Vney, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. David Aliris, maybe, if you'd work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Ron Dwayne Varney, January 3rd, 64.
Thank you very much, Mr. Varney. You are here on 2 different matters. The first matter that you're here on is allegations of new charges. Those allegations are 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony. The second matter you're here on is a petition to revoke your probation. In that case, the petition to revoke alleges that you have violated terms 3, 4, and 7 of your probation. Your next court hearings will be a status conference July 16th and a preliminary hearing the 18th on the new allegations, and then a revocation arraignment hearing the 17th at 8:30 on the probation case. So 16th, 17th, 18th, all at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On the probation matter, you have a $500 secured appearance bond. On the new charge, it's $50. Your bond is $50. So your total bond is $550. If you post that and you are released, you cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am. I asked the officer if I could just pay the bond. He said there was a no bond warrant. That's why he took me in.
If you have a no bond warrant, it is not on the matters that I'm seeing you on, because you are bond eligible on the 2 cases that I'm seeing you on.
And I asked him to get my wallet out of my car because they impounded my car, and he didn't get my wallet out of my car because it's not on my property paper. So I don't know how to even get a hold of anyone that I know to post my bond and get my stuff.
The best I can offer you is to try to contact Mesa PD and see what the status is of your wallet. It looks like Mesa is the one that arrested you and brought you here,
yes.
So you could try to reach out to them and see what the case is with your wallet.
I mean, on my property page, it don't say nothing about wallet and like.
That's why I'm suggesting you talk to Mesa PD about it.
It just says rings and watch and stuff. So
all that means is it wasn't on your person when you were booked in. So I don't know what Mesa would have or may have done with it, but you could try to reach out to them to find out. All right, thank you, Mr. Vney. You can step back and get your paperwork. Deina Gonzalez, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Corey Casanelli, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Will you pull your arms out of your shirt, please, and then give me your name and date of birth?
Deina Gonzalez, 22501.
Thank you, Ms. Gonzalez. You are here on a bench warrant issued by the probation court when you failed to appear at a probation revocation arraignment hearing. You have a lawyer already in that case. That lawyer will continue to represent you. Your next court hearing will be a new revocation arraignment July 17th at 8:30 in the probation court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $250 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, you are ordered not to possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Ms. Gonzalez. You can step back and get your paperwork. David Aliris, if you would work your way into the courtroom. Jerick Ado, If you'd work your way to the second chair, please. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Yes, David Aliris, 220-83.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aliris. You are here on 2 probation violation warrants. In both cases, petitions to revoke your probation allege that you violated terms 3 and 5. I appointed a lawyer to represent you in both cases. Your next court hearing will be a revocation arraignment July 17th at 8:30 in the probation court downtown. On each of these 2 warrants, you have a $150 secured appearance bond. So your total bond will be $300. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you are released, you cannot possess any weapons or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Aliris. You can step back and get your
If I can't post bail?
Then you stay in custody at least until your probation hearing on the 17th.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir. Corey Casanelli, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Mark Harris, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Yes, Corey Casanelli, February 13th, 1993.
Excuse me. I feel like I need to sneeze. I'm sorry. Can I have your date of birth one more time?
Yes, February 13th, 1993.
Thank you, Mr. Casanelli. Okay, you are here on 2 different matters. The first matter that you're here on is a failure to comply with court terms warrant issued by the Santan Justice Court. It looks like the allegation in that case is an extreme driving under the influence misdemeanor allegation. Because that is a post-adjudication misdemeanor matter, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. If you don't already have a lawyer working with you in that case, but you want one going forward, you will have to hire a lawyer to represent you. Your next court hearing on that Santan warrant will be an arraignment hearing July 29th. It will be at 9 o'clock in the Santan Justice Court. The second matter that you're here on is allegations of new offenses. Those allegations are 9 counts of organized retail theft, all class 4 felonies, and 1 count of shoplifting, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support those new offenses, and I did appoint a lawyer to defend you against those new allegations. Your next court hearings on those charges will be a status conference July 24th and then a preliminary hearing July 28th. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On the new felony and misdemeanor allegation, I am inclined to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. That means that you would be released from custody without having to post a bond. You would be responsible for getting yourself to all of your next court hearings. You would also be required to contact pretrial services upon release. Their contact information would be provided to you in a packet that you would get with your release paperwork. You would also be ordered not to return to the scene where any of the underlying alleged events took place or any Home Depot in the state of Arizona. You also could not have contact with the complainant of any of the organized retail theft allegations, and you could not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. On the Santan warrant, I would release you on your own recognizance, which would mean you would be released on that warrant too, presuming that you would agree to get yourself to your hearing there on the 29th. Do you understand what all of those conditions would be, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if you're released?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Casanelli. You can step back and get your paperwork.
Okay, I just have one question.
Sure, come on back.
For the DUI from a few years back, do I need to? There's no bond for that.
You're going to get released on that.
Okay.
So I think there was a bond asked for on the warrant. I think that the warrant was issued probably because you didn't pay a fine or a fee or something.
I'm thinking that I must have not paid the full amount.
Yeah. So if the warrant asked for $510, generally the amounts of those warrants are the amount owed in the case. Okay. I can't say for sure that's true here.
I was thinking so.
Yeah, you can always, so in your release paper for that Santan DUI case, you have the phone number to the court. You can always give them a call before the 29th, and if it is just failure to pay something and you have the means to pay it, you might be able to just pay that and not have to go to court.
Okay, I do.
But if you don't reach out to them and you don't take care of it, please make sure you're in court. Otherwise, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest.
Okay, I can pay it right away, so I'll take care
of it. Give them a call. Give them a call and see if that's what the issue is.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Mr. Casanelli. Jerick Ado, if you would work your way into the courtroom, please. Charles Graham, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
My name is Jerick Ado,
Born June 9th, 1994.
Thank you, Mr. Ado. You are here on an allegation of a new charge. The allegation against you is one count of criminal trespassing. It is a Class 3 misdemeanor. Because that is a misdemeanor offense, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. If you want to have a lawyer defend you against that allegation, you will have to hire a lawyer to represent you. Your next court hearing on this allegation will be an arraignment hearing July 30th. It will be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the Goodyear Municipal Court. I am intending to release you on your own recognizance, which means you would be released from custody. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to your next court hearing, and you would be required not to return to the scene where you were allegedly trespassing. Do you understand those conditions, and do you agree that you will abide by them if released?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ado. You can step back and get your paperwork.
Okay.
Mark Harris, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Fernando Delgado, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I please have your name and date of birth?
Mark Anthony Harris, 5989.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. You are here on an initial arrest warrant issued by the West Mesa Justice Court. The allegation in that case is one count of resisting arrest. It is a Class 1 misdemeanor. The warrant alleges that that offense was committed June 24th of 2024. Because that is a misdemeanor offense, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. That means if you want a lawyer to defend you against that allegation, you will have to hire one to represent you. Your next court hearing on that allegation will be an arraignment hearing July 29th. It will be at 8:30 in the morning in the West Mesa Justice Court. I am intending to release you on your own recognizance. That means you would be released from custody. You would not have to post a bond. Once released, you would then be responsible for getting yourself to that court hearing on the 29th, and you would be ordered not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription upon release. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Harrison? Do you agree that you'll abide by them if you are released?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Charles Graham, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Tyrie Little, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Charles Graham, 7/11/77.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear over the cough. Can I have your date of birth?
7/11/77.
Thank you, Mr. Graham. You are here on an allegation of a new charge. The allegation against you is one count of assault. It is a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause to support that allegation. Because it's a misdemeanor, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. That means you would have to hire a lawyer to represent you against this allegation if you wanted to be represented.
All right.
Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing July 29th. It will be at 9:30 in the morning in the White Tank Justice Court. I am intending to release you on your own recognizance. That means you would be released from custody. No bond would be required.
Thank you.
You would be responsible for getting yourself to your court hearing on the 29th.
All right.
You would also be ordered not to have contact with the alleged victim, and you could not possess any drugs without a valid prescription upon release. Do you understand those conditions and agree that you will abide by them if released?
Heard. I understand, sorry.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Graham. You can step back and get your paperwork. Fernando Delgado, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Kenan Childrey, if you'd please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Fernando Delgado,
And what's your date of birth?
1991.
9391?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Sorry,
so you said it very fast.
Sorry.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Delgado. You are here on an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is one count of criminal trespassing. It is a Class 3 misdemeanor. Because it's a misdemeanor offense, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. That means you will have to hire a lawyer to represent you if you want to have a lawyer defend you. Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing. It will be July 29th at 8:30. It'll take place in the El Mirage Municipal Court. I am intending to release you on your own recognizance, which means you would be released from custody, and it would be your responsibility to get yourself to your next court hearing on the 29th. Also, upon release, you would be ordered not to return to the scene where you were allegedly trespassing and not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Delgado, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if released?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and
So I can't smoke weed?
You can, so long as either you have a medical marijuana card and you're within your medical prescription limits, or you don't have a card and you maintain within the recreational limits.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Go ahead and step back and get your paperwork. Tyrie Little, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Tyrie Little,
12-396.
Thank you, Mr. Little. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference July 24th, and then a preliminary hearing July 28th. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. I am intending to release you on your own recognizance on these allegations. That means you will be released from custody. You will then be responsible for getting yourself to both of your next court hearings, and upon release, you would be ordered not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions and agree that you will abide by them?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, Mr. Little. You can step back and get your paperwork. Kenan Childrey, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Can I please have your name and date of birth?
Kenan Childrey, December 6, 1988.
Thank you, Mr. Childrey. You are here on 2 different matters. The first matter you're here on is an allegation of a new offense. That allegation is 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony. You are also here on an allegation that new charge violates Term 1 of your probation. I did not find probable cause to support that new drug allegation, which also means I did not find probable cause to support a Term 1 probation violation. My finding of no probable cause does not mean either of these matters is legally dismissed. It is still possible that the county attorney's office will file charges on that new allegation, which means there will be a new Term 1 violation alleged. But what my finding of no probable cause does mean is that for purposes of this hearing, I am not imposing any release conditions on you. You will be released from custody. I am going to appoint a lawyer for you in both the probation case and the alleged new drug charge because it is possible that it does get charged. So if the county attorney does file charges on that, the lawyer that I've appointed will defend you. You also have to go to court hearings. Your first one will be a status conference July 20, your first one's actually going to be in the probation court on the 17th. So July 17th at 8:30, you'll have to go to the probation court. Then on the 24th and 28th of July, you'll have hearings on the new drug allegation at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. It is possible you will go to those hearings and the courts will say nothing's been filed, you're free to leave. But if the reverse happens, if charges are filed and you don't go to those court hearings, the court's going to issue a warrant for your arrest. So you're going to get out of custody. You don't have any release conditions other than that you go to those court hearings. But please keep in mind, Mr. Childrey, I believe you are still on probation. So because you've had law enforcement contact, I encourage you to reach out to your probation officer when you get out of custody. I would much rather you call your PO and say, hey, I was arrested, the court found no probable cause and I was released, and they know about that, than you not report to them, and now you pick up a probation violation for not reporting law enforcement contact. So check in with your probation officer when you're out of custody. Make sure you go to those court hearings to see what's going to happen with this case, but other than that, you're going to get released from custody. Okay, Mr. Childrey, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. I'll just find out what I need at the next court hearings.
Yes, that's right. Okay, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork. Okay, number 12 on the calendar, Thomas Wakes, W-E-I-X, date of birth 6/18/1980, is not in the courtroom because he poses a danger to himself. He is here on an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is 1 count of arson of an occupied structure. It is a Class 2 felony. I did find probable cause to support that allegation, and I appointed a lawyer to defend him. His next court hearings will be a status conference July 16th and a preliminary hearing July 18th. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. He has a $100,000 secured appearance bond on that allegation. Number 15 on the calendar, Jason Christopher Ivory, date of birth 12/9/83, is not in the courtroom because he was unable to function in general population due to combative behavior. He's here on an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is 1 count of aggravated assault as a Class 3 felony. I did not find probable cause to support that allegation, so he will be released from custody. I will appoint a lawyer to represent him in the event charges are filed, and I will inform him that he must attend court hearings on the 24th and 28th of July at 8:30 downtown. If anything changes after I visit these individuals cell-side, the court's final orders regarding their release conditions will be reflected in their written release orders. That concludes the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar. This court will stand in recess until 5 p.m. All right. Please be seated.
We didn't have any interpreters. Okay, I didn't either.
All right.
Good afternoon. This is the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar for July 10th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you heard in the recording today, the hearing today will only be for a very specific purpose. I'll call you in one by one, tell you about the allegations that are here today, whether or not you'll have an attorney appointed for you, and what your conditions of release will be. I'll call one person to come to the podium, and then I'll say the second person's name to sit by the door. There's a chair right there. Please remember that everything you say today is being live streamed and recorded, and so it's not a good idea to talk about the facts of your case. Also, I'll let you know if I'm going to appoint an attorney for you and the exact date and time and location of your next court date, but almost all the information that I present to you will be on the written paperwork as well. D'Anthony Smith, please come to the podium. Angel Martinez, please have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
D'Anthony Smith, 10396.
You're here today on two separate matters. The first is a new Superior Court case. There are allegations of possession of dangerous and narcotic drugs. Both are Class 4 felonies, as well as a weapon by a prohibited person, also a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is at the Superior Court downtown on July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. You are bailable as a matter of right here in Arizona on this case, and this court has affirmed the recommendation of $40,000 secured bond based on your 5 prior felony convictions. If you do make that bond, you are to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. But that does bring us to our second case. The second case is a probation violation warrant that's been issued, and it was based on, my terms disappeared. You had violated terms 3, 4, and 5 of your probation, and because of that probation violation warrant, you're not eligible for release today. So your hearing on your probation revocation is on July 17th at 8:30 in the morning. Your other hearing is before that. It's July 16th. So MCSO will transport you to your hearing to make sure you don't miss it.
You said 40,000?
Yes. And that's on the first case, the new one. The second case, though, you're not eligible for release.
All right.
So don't pay the bail.
Right.
Okay. It's all on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Angel Martinez, please come to the podium, and then Jose Nunez, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Angel Martinez, 03/28/1996.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There were allegations that you had a weapon and you're a prohibited possessor, which is a Class 4 felony, and that you were failing to admit that you had a deadly weapon, which is a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown on July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for bail, and it will be a secured appearance bond of $35,000. If you do make that bond, you will be provided what's called pretrial services supervision. So they will give you an envelope if you make that bond and try to encourage you and help you to get to your hearing so another warrant won't be issued for your arrest. All of this is listed in your paperwork.
Okay, just quick, there's no way we can get that bond a little lower?
No, that was the recommendation of the county attorney, and I found that was very reasonable based on the facts of this case.
Okay.
Please step to your left. Mr. Jose Nunez, please come to the podium, and then Marshall Dixon, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Jose Nunez on December 2nd, 2003.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There were allegations that you had narcotic drugs in your possession for sale, which is a Class 2 felony. Also that you had a weapon and you're a prohibited possessor, Class 4 felony. And then as well, you had a possession of a weapon and a possible drug offense, which is a Class 6 felony, and failure to admit that you had the weapon, which is a misdemeanor. This court did find that there was probable cause, and an attorney has been appointed for you. Your next hearing is July 16th at 8:30 in the morning, and the bond is set for you at $45,000. If you do make that bond, make sure not to contact the arresting officers. Don't have drugs without a valid prescription, no weapons of any kind. Don't consume alcohol prior to your next court date, and keep the court updated with your address.
Okay.
All of that is on your paperwork.
All right. Thank you.
Step to your left. Mr. Marshall Dixon, please come to the podium. After that, Nicholas Camarina, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Marshall Kyle Dixon, 4/23/1992.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It was alleged that you also had a weapon by a prohibited person, which is a Class 4 felony, disorderly conduct, including a weapon, which is a Class 6 felony, criminal trespassing, Class 6 felony, disorderly conduct and fighting, which is a misdemeanor, and criminal damage, which is a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause on those felonies and appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next hearing is downtown July 16 at 8:30 in the morning. A secured appearance bond is set for you at $10,000, along with what's called PSA supervision and electronic monitoring. So if you make that bond, you will receive an electronic monitoring device, and there will be a curfew set for you for both geographic and time boundaries.
Okay.
You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, complainants.
Okay.
Also, if there is a protective order issued, you need to be sure to follow that.
Okay.
It looks like you are not to return to 8548 West Maya Drive in Peoria. Is that your residence, sir?
No.
Okay.
That's where I work.
There is, oh, that's where you work. Okay. Did you leave any belongings behind there?
No.
Okay. There'll be an order printed at the bottom that you can disregard. I wasn't sure if you needed to retrieve anything, and so I had included that just in case. So you can just disregard at the very bottom of your order, it says.
So is there any chance, I have my father's funeral tomorrow and my first son being born in 3 days. Is there any chance I can get monitoring now and get released so I can go?
So it is a secure appearance bond, which means you can use a bail bondsman. So that is allowed.
But can we drop that, please? Like, my mom's waiting for me right now. Like, is there any chance we can do this?
So $10,000 is very reasonable for the allegations that were, and you knew that you were a prohibited possessor. So it's a very reasonable
I get that. I have no problem doing any of that. I'm just trying to get to the funeral and I'm trying to see my son be born. That's it. Is there any chance we can lower this?
No, sir, not today. All of this is on your paperwork.
Okay.
Step to your left. Oh, excuse me, you have one more matter. Okay, I apologize. You have a second matter before the court, and it's a grand jury warrant. So this grand jury warrant was issued in February for $10,000 bond. So I'm not sure if you're aware of that or not. Okay. Yeah, so that was also, and that is because of similar charges. It's narcotic drug possession for sale, class 2 felony, possession, weapon, class 4 felony, and then again, a possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, class 4 felony. So again, so you actually have, let me just double check. It's $20,000 secured total. So that's what you would need to pay in order to be released today. Otherwise, you do have a hearing set up for July 17th at 8:30 in the morning, and an attorney has been assigned for you.
Can I turn myself in after the 3 days? After I see my son in the funeral? Like, you monitor me, everything, let me go.
No, sir. So all this will be on your paperwork.
Okay.
Please step to your left. Nicholas Camarina, please come to the podium. And after that, Jordan Duval, have a seat by the door. One moment, please. Okay, thank you. Please state your name and date of birth.
Nicholas Angel Camarena, 11593.
You're here today on two separate matters. One is a new Superior Court case where it was alleged that you had a weapon and you're a prohibited possessor, and that's a class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause, and an attorney is assigned for you for your next hearing, which is July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. Because of your 7 prior felony convictions, cash-only appearance bond on this one is set at $20,000. On your second one, it is a Superior Court probation violation warrant. Again, this is a warrant that is a term 1 violation. So term 1 of your probation is that you don't commit any new criminal activity. So on this one, probable cause is found, and so a hearing is set July 17th at 8:30 in the morning. I've only set a $50 placeholder bond on this one, so if you make bond on the other one, do pay this as well. But if you don't make bond on the other one, you will be transported to your hearing. I just didn't want you to get a failure to appear. So that's why there's a $50 bond placed there. All the information is on your paperwork. If you do make bond, please contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
And there's no way that I can get my bond modified, man, like even to a secured?
No, because of the 7 prior felony convictions.
But I've been reporting to my probation and I haven't ran from none of my cases, man. Like from none of them, Your Honor, and I've been doing good. Like this car is new. I do want to fight my case, I understand that, but this gun was under the trunk, and in the hood, I guess, and we just got it from the mechanic, and obviously I'm gonna try to fight it and stuff through the DNA and everything, but man, dude, I just got my 16-year-old daughter. Like I've barely got custody ever since I've been home in 6 months. Like.
So I see in your APETS notes that you have been doing well, that you have been reporting in, and you have been in communication.
All my UAs have been clean, man. Like and
okay.
Like my grandmother's 80 years old, you know, like she offered me $3,000 earlier, and I'm like, dude, like.
All right, so just to let you know, the county recommendation was actually $35,000 secured. So I'm willing to go with the county recommendation if that would work better for you, because my inclination was the cash. So let me edit that.
So hold on now, what are you saying? It would be $35,000?
But it would be a secured bond. So that means you could use a bail bond fund.
Okay.
Okay, I do see that you have been doing everything that APETS has asked you and that you have been checking in, and so I'm changing it to the county recommendation, which is $35,000, but it is secured, so you can use a bail bondsman for that.
And that wouldn't be able to be lowered at all, ma'am? Like, just.
So my original recommendation was higher because it was cash. Okay, so we are going to need to reprint.
New case?
Yes, just the new case, number 12. 35 is still the same at $50. Okay. All right, that will be reprinted for you if you would please take a seat. Thank you. Teresa Thorne, please have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Jordan Tyler Duval, October 3rd, 1998.
You're here today on a new Superior Court arrest warrant. It's been alleged that you were driving on a suspended license and actually an aggravated DUI, which is a Class 4 felony. Probable cause is found and an attorney has been appointed for you. Your next hearing will be downtown on July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. A secured appearance bond has been set, and this is from the direct complaint warrant, and that is $10,000. This court has affirmed that bond. If you do make the bond, make sure you do not drive without a valid license and no alcohol until your next court date.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
It ain't no way I could be be released because I left my grandma at home and I'm taking care of her and she don't have nobody.
Okay. So it's a secured appearance bond. That means you may use a bail bondsman. Okay. It's set for $10,000.
Thank you.
Please take a seat. Teresa Thorne, please come to the podium. After that, Robert Cook, have a seat by the door. State your name and date of birth.
Teresa Thorne, 10/24/1961.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case alleging aggravated assault, which is a Class 6 felony, and disorderly conduct or fighting, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. There were some victim statements that were also made, and I have read those. Based on that, I did find probable cause, and an attorney has been appointed for you. Your next hearing will be July 16th at 8:30 in the morning downtown. Bond is being set for you today at $10,000 secured, so that means you may use a bail bondsman. If you are released on bond, you will have an electronic monitoring device, and they will set a curfew for you, both a time and distance curfew where you can go. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, or complainants. I believe that might be your residence. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, I'm very hard of hearing, and this ear got blown out a couple weeks ago.
Is where the incident took place where you live?
Yes.
Okay.
My house.
It is. So you cannot go back there until your next court hearing. But if you need to go back, if you make your bond and you need to get some essential items, you need to contact law enforcement in your area. So that's in Glendale, right? You have to call Glendale Police and ask them to escort you there. You can't go by yourself. You can go back one time to retrieve personal belongings that you need until the next hearing.
Can you get another family member to go for you?
You can, but it can't be anybody who was part of the incident. So none of the alleged victims or witnesses or complainants.
No.
Okay. And also, you have no contact between those alleged victims, witnesses, or complainants. Even if they call you or text you or try to reach out to you through social media, ignore it. No contact until your next hearing. Okay?
Okay, so this is my first, I don't understand. So July 16th, I have a hearing.
You do, and it will be on your paperwork, and I have appointed an attorney to assist you at that hearing.
Okay, and then I also can pay $10,000 for a bond.
Right, you can use a bail bondsman or you can pay it yourself, $10,000 secured in order to be released.
Okay, and then does that come back if you show up at the, like you get it back if you make all your court appearances?
Right.
Okay.
So if you use a bail bondsman, they do charge a fee. If you pay it yourself, then yes, you get it back.
Do you have to pay cash?
I'm not sure, but you can
Okay.
call and ask.
All right.
It's all on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Robert Cook, please come to the podium, and then Nikki Bird, have a seat by the door.
Keep going. How you doing,
Please
ma'am?
state your name and date of birth.
Robert Cook, 7/29/1967.
You're here today on a Superior Court failure to appear bench warrant. So there were allegations about narcotic and dangerous drug possession, which is Class 4 felony, paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and then criminal trespassing, Class 3 misdemeanor. You already have an attorney in your case. You just didn't go to your hearing. And so a bond was set at $5,000 cash only to make sure that you go to your hearing. If you do make that bond, make sure you go to your hearing. Your next one is July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. And you had a question, sir.
I just want to know, I won't be able to go to work.
So you did not go to your hearing, and a warrant was issued for your arrest.
Okay.
And the warrant is for $5,000 cash, and this court is affirming that warrant.
Okay, ma'am. What date was that hearing at? Because they never told me nothing.
Okay, so the hearing, the order was issued out on May 29th, 2025, so it was just this May that you missed it. May. Yeah.
Ma'am, I have no recording of or nothing about that date. I was working, and my lawyer didn't tell me nothing about that. And lawyers down here, and I mean not down here, but downtown, and
it looks like they continued it several times when you didn't appear, and then they issued the warrant. So definitely contact your lawyer and talk to them about that, but this is for an ongoing case. You failed to appear, the warrant was issued. This court is going to affirm that bond. So if you can make it, then make sure you go to your hearing.
Okay, I understand that, ma'am. But I don't have that. I don't have nobody to help me with the bond. I can't get nobody to give me the money to be able to loan or nothing. And I sure don't want to lose my job, ma'am. Because if I lose the job, I'm right back to the same old thing I'm doing again. You know, and I don't want to go over it again and do it again. Could you please, just this one time, ma'am, just help me be able to keep my mind and be able to take care of myself. Because if I don't do that, ma'am, I'm just going to fall back and I'm going to just go right back down the hole.
It's unfortunate that's your perspective, but you failed to appear for multiple hearings, and that is why they issued the bench warrant at this amount. It's important that you go to your hearings. If you're not able to do it on your own, then you can be in custody and you'll be transported there.
I understand that, ma'am. But there were several times I went to the courtroom, and I was there. And I think it's Judge Huckabee.
So don't leave unless you have a court order saying your case is dismissed, right?
Right,
okay. So otherwise, your case is not dismissed. It's still ongoing, and you failed to appear, and so an order has been issued for you to be brought to court.
I know. When you said May 26th, right?
That's when this bench warrant was issued, yes.
Okay. The date that was the date I went into the courtroom. I remember now certain things I do remember, and I went into the courtroom, and basically it was at the time they start taking people who go into court at like about 4 o'clock, and I got there as fast as I could, and I remember going into the courtroom and sitting down and waiting, and it was like, well. The courtroom is closed right now. And I'm like, well, what are you talking about? It's not 5 o'clock. They said, well, we stopped taking cases at this certain time. I didn't know that, ma'am.
Okay, and I understand what you're telling me. However, you have multiple failures to appear. This bench warrant was set. This court's going to affirm it. That information is on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Mr. Nicky Jonathan Bird, please come to the podium. After that, Christian Teambo, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Nicky Jonathan Bird, 12/2/84.
You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. There is a direct complaint filed in June of 2025. The bond is set at $2,500. An attorney has been appointed for you. There are allegations of distribution of images of nudity, which is a Class 5 felony, as well as aggravated harassment from a protective order, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause. So if you make the secured appearance bond, which is set at $2,500, then be sure not to have any contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, complainants, or the arresting officers. You also, if there is an order of protection issued or an order of harassment issued, be sure to follow those. So otherwise that could be another felony. Do you reside in the same location as the alleged victim?
No,
Okay.
this is a victim
All right.
has not been in Arizona for over a year,
So just
and
so
they
you know-
continue to say that I'm a stalker and a harasser and all these other things.
Okay, and those are
We
things
have
that you
both-
can bring up with your attorney.
We have both had orders of protection against each other for a year and a half now, over a year and a half now, and I have not tried to make any contact with her.
Okay.
She, on the other hand, has tried to make contact with me. It's been logged by Phoenix Police Department. They've done absolutely nothing about it. Her lawyer stated in court back in
So
September.
now you're getting into the facts of the
that-
case, and I just want to remind you, this is all being recorded
That's
and will
fine.
be used in your hearing.
That's fine.
And also, this court did find probable cause. So based on the Form 4 that was submitted, based on the direct complaint, there is probable cause being found, but you can argue this with your attorney or on your own at your next hearing, and that's July 16th.
The supposed victim has admitted to lying in court on multiple occasions. I should not be here. In February, at my trial, Kelsey Mosher admitted to lying to judges in court multiple times. She is a compulsive liar. I am here for no good reason. Chandler keeps coming after me. I'm basically being bullied by Chandler and the state. The last time I was in this courtroom, Kelsey posted on YouTube my hearing, which I'm sure is illegal, but it was on YouTube and it was eventually taken down. But I mean, it's just one thing after another. It's one thing after another, and I am just trying to live my life. I'm working constantly,
Yeah.
and I've got some health issues. I've been to 3 doctor's appointments in the last few weeks. I've got a doctor's appointment on Friday. I've got doctor's appointments lined up every week for the next 2 months because
Okay, and I'm
I'm
going to stop you
basically
here.
bleeding internally, and
Have you been seen by the medical officers here at the ITR?
I have not been seen by them yet.
Okay. So I would recommend that you take your paperwork, review the release conditions. If you are already abiding by them, fantastic. If you are not, please be sure to abide by any order of protection that's issued, including no contact.
Yes.
And then
I have.
ask for medical assistance if that's what you need.
I need it, but I need to be out of here so that I can make it to my doctor's appointments.
Okay.
So what is it exactly that I'm going to have to do?
So all of
Get
it's
out
on
of
your
here?
paperwork at this time, if you'll step to your left.
All right, thank you.
Christian Tembo, please come to the podium. Destiny Head, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Christian Comezi Tembo, December 20th, 1990.
You're here today on 2 separate matters. One is a new Superior Court case where it's alleged that you had narcotic drug in your possession, a Class 4 felony, and then drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. On this one, this court did find probable cause and appoint an attorney for you. Your next hearing is July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set, and this is a $50 bond, and it's because of your other case. So your other case is a grand jury warrant. And in the grand jury warrant, they've alleged aggravated DUI, which is a Class 4 felony. And so an attorney has been appointed to represent you. Your hearing there is on July 17th at 8:30 in the morning. The grand jury bond is $1,000 secured, and that's from September 2023 is the incident. So total, you have $1,050 secured. If you do make those bonds, make sure to keep the court updated with your address and make sure to attend your hearings. I've also ordered what's called PSA supervision and drug testing and monitoring. So if you are released today or in the near future, they will be asking you to come in and do some drug testing before your next hearing. All of this information is on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
Is there any way we can lower my bond?
No, sir, not today.
Because the DUIs, it's been like 2 years and I never knew anything about it.
Right. So
That
that was
never
a grand
received-
jury bond
never
that was,
received
that was
mail.
a grand jury warrant that was sent out in September. Let's see when it was sent out. It happened in September of 2023. No, they sent out the warrant. It happened in May of 2023. So you could have taken care of this already, but you did not, sir. So that $1,000 bond is going to be affirmed.
So it's 1,000 straight up?
Secured.
Or secure?
It's secured.
So is that where you can use the bail bonds?
Yes, sir. This
On
is
both
all-
on both of them?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is all in your paperwork. Please step to.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Destiny Head, please come to the podium. After that, Jerry Yarborough, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Destiny Head, January 3rd, 2002.
You're here today on 3 separate matters. The first is a new Superior Court case where there are allegations of narcotic drug use and possession, which is a Class 4 felony, and then drug paraphernalia possession, which is a Class 6 felony. You already have, let's see, I did not appoint an attorney for you here, and I'm just double checking why not. Because this is a new Superior Court case and there is probable cause, I am going to appoint an attorney for you, so I apologize, it'll have to be reprinted. Okay, so that's number 29. So there is a hearing set for you, and there will be an attorney available to you on that case, and that's on July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. I set what's called a placeholder bond. It's $50 because I want to make sure that you're transported to that hearing if you're still in custody. On the next case before this court, it's a Superior Court probation violation warrant. And in that, you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation, and so a petition to revoke your probation was submitted in June. That bond is set at $500. It's a secured appearance bond. And on your last one, it's also a Superior Court probation violation warrant. Again, you violated terms 3 and 5. On that one, it's a $100 bond. So altogether, $650 is what the bond is set at. It's secured, so you may use a bail bondsman. If you do pay these bonds and get out, please contact your probation officer within 72 hours and attend those hearings so that you won't get more warrants issued. Okay, all that will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Oh, sorry. Jerry Yarborough, please come to the podium, and after that, Nikki Duran, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Jerry Yarborough, 11/23/1997.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It was alleged that you committed aggravated DUI, which is a Class 4 felony, resisted arrest, which is a Class 6 felony, and failed to obey police commands, which is a misdemeanor.
Okay.
This court did find probable cause, so an attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing is July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. A secured appearance bond is set for you at $5,000. If you make that bond, you are not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription or drive a vehicle without a valid license. And let's just double check. Yeah.
I can't get that bond reduced?
No. 5,000 is very reasonable for aggravated DUI.
It's, because ma'am, can I just say one, I wasn't even behind the wheel of the car. I was outside of the car, so I don't understand how that he pulled up to the car while I was standing outside getting Wi-Fi and said that my tags were expired. And it's not even my car.
Okay, So I've read the Form 4, and according to the allegations, you are innocent until proven guilty, which is why I always admonish everyone not to talk about the facts of their case. But according to the allegations, you were the driver of the vehicle and you were intoxicated. So, based on those allegations, there's probable cause. And remember, probable cause is a low standard. So you'll want to talk to your attorney when you go to your hearing about what possible defenses you might have.
I just want to let you know where the flaw is at in there. They
So
said that I was under the
hearing
influence.
today-
They didn't blood test me till after, an hour after I was arrested.
Okay.
How do you know I was under the influence? It's flaws all in the case.
And you're welcome to talk about that with your attorney. All the information will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
Okay.
Nikki Duran, please come to the podium. Natalia Atine, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Nikki Duran, 12/16/91.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It was alleged that you committed aggravated DUI with a passenger under 15 in the vehicle, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and is appointing an attorney for you. Your next hearing date is July 24th at 8:30 in the morning. This court would like to release you on what's called supervised release. And it would include PSA supervision, which would mean that you would be tested regularly and randomly for alcohol abuse. It's important that you go to those tests because when you go to your hearing, you'll need to be able to prove your sobriety. If you do promise to go to the hearing, this court would like to release you, and as long as you promise to follow those conditions.
Yes.
Okay, all the information will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Natalia Atine, please come to the podium. Rudy Mata, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Natalia Atine, 11/8/98.
And I apologize that I didn't say your name correctly.
It's okay.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It's been alleged that you had dangerous and narcotic drugs in your possession, which is Class 4 felony, as well as drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and then shoplifting, which is a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to represent you at your next hearing. Your next hearing will be July 24th at 8:30 in the morning. This court would like to release you on what's called supervised release, but you need to promise to go to your hearing, and also they will be conducting drug testing and monitoring. Okay. You'll get an envelope that has information. You need to contact them when you get released and set it up. It might take a few hours before you are released. Please be patient. Also, do not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, complainants. That includes Burlington Coat Factory.
Okay.
Just don't go back there.
Okay.
All right, it's all in your paperwork. Please
Thank you.
Rudy Mata, please come to the podium. After that, Terrence Cochran, have a seat by the door.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Please state your name and date of birth.
Rudy Mata, 12/30/1992.
You're here today on a Superior Court probation violation warrant. There's a warrant out for you because there is a claim that you violated terms 6, 7, and 21B. However, I read through your APETS notes, and I found that you reported to your probation officer after being released from the DOC, and you were advised that you should come in for your outstanding warrant. And you followed those instructions, and that's why you're here today.
Correct.
All right. So you already have an attorney in your probation cases,
Okay.
so I won't be appointing a new one for you. You do have a new hearing, though, and it's on your paperwork, so make sure you don't lose it. It is for July 17th at 8:30 in the morning. So make sure you go to that hearing. This court would like to release you today on your own promise to go to that hearing because you've been doing so well, checking in and following all the rules. So make sure you call your probation officer again within 72 hours. Let them know you were released.
Okay.
And, yeah, just keep doing a good job and get this stuff taken care of.
Thank you, miss.
Okay,
Appreciate
you're
it.
welcome. Please step to your left. Terrence Cochran, please come to the podium. After that, Rochelle Arthur, please have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Terrence James Cochran, 12/3/88.
You're here today on 2 justice court warrants. So one of them is for criminal trespassing. 'Actually, they're both for criminal, or the other one is for, 2 justice court warrants. One of them is for criminal trespassing. Actually, they're both for criminal trespassing. 1 is for criminal trespassing. 2 is for criminal trespassing. 1 is for criminal trespassing. 2 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 is for criminal trespassing. It's just different degrees, so different types of criminal trespassing. They're both out of the University Lakes Justice Court, and they're both misdemeanors. Because of the type of charges, this court doesn't have authority to appoint an attorney for you because they're misdemeanors. However, you do have a hearing coming up on July 29th at 1:30 at University Lakes Justice Court for both the cases. I've included the phone number for you on the paperwork so you can call them and just see if you can get this taken care of ahead of time. If not, go to your hearing. This court would like to release you today on your promise that you will go to the hearing and not get another arrest warrant.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's all on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Rochelle Arthur, please come to the podium, and then Bruce McDonald, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Rochelle Arthur, 12/22/91.
You're here today on a justice court warrant. It was alleged that you committed criminal trespassing, which is a misdemeanor. This court is not able to appoint an attorney for you because it's a misdemeanor, but your next hearing is at University Lakes Justice Court. It's on July 29th at 1:30 in the afternoon. You need to go to that hearing or they'll issue a warrant for you. All right, so there's information provided on your paperwork. This court would like to release you today on your promise that you will go to that justice court hearing.
Okay.
Great. Please step to your left. Bruce McDonald, please come to the podium, and then Theodore Montgomery, have a seat by the door. You're here today please state your name and date of birth.
Bruce McDonald, February 21st, 1965.
Thank you. You're here today on 3 separate matters. One of them is a new Superior Court case where it was alleged you had dangerous drugs, which is a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is July 24th at 8:30 in the morning. On this matter, the court would like to release you on your own recognizance because you regularly report in to your probation officer and you're in the outpatient treatment with Teros Health, and we appreciate that you are taking steps. So the next 2 are probation violation warrants, and the same rationale is being used that you are going to be released on your own promise to go to your hearing, and it's because you've been doing such a good job reporting in. So as soon as you're released today, it might take a few hours, make sure to call your probation officer within 72 hours and keep going back to the Teros Health appointments. All the information about your next hearing date, you've got to go to those hearings, is on your paperwork. So there's 3 separate sets of information. Please hold on to that and call your probation officer. Okay, please step to your left.
Thank you.
Theodore Montgomery, please come to the podium. After that, Jose Cabrera, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Theodore Montgomery, 12375.
You're here today on 2 matters. One is a new Superior Court case. It was alleged that you resisted arrest, which is a Class 6 felony, and then disorderly conduct and criminal trespass, which are misdemeanors. This court did find probable cause for the felony, so an attorney is appointed for you for your next hearing. It will be on July 24th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a second case for you, and it is a Superior Court probation violation warrant. It appears that you were in custody when this warrant was issued. So you were already in custody when the second warrant was issued?
I asked the arresting officers. They weren't cooperating with me after they beat me up. I've been a victim of police brutality 4 other times other than this last time. So when I asked them about the warrant, because I usually always connect with my PO, they said I did not have a warrant. So
this is probably the Term 1 violation, which is no new criminal activity, which happened when you were arrested. Okay, so for both of these, this court would like to release you on your own recognizance. Be sure to contact your probation officer right away. Also, do not return to the scene of the alleged crime, including that hotel lobby at 100 North 1st Street.
I just went there because
Don't go back in there, they
I
want to
didn't
press
want to
charges.
get beat up, so I went there, and it was public right there, so that's the reason why I went there, ma'am.
And remember, whatever you say today is being recorded as
Yes,
well as
ma'am.
transmitted.
Yes, ma'am. So that, I'm
the
just letting
facts
you
of
know.
your case should be with your attorney, right?
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to
Okay.
let you know why I went there.
Don't go back.
I won't.
Okay, thank you. All of this will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
Thank you, ma'am.
Jose Cabrera, please come to the podium. Angela Brown, have a seat by the door. And one moment, please. Okay. Okay, please state your name and date of birth.
Jose Cabrera, July 15, 2001.
You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. Apparently, there are allegations that you had narcotic drugs in your possession, class 4 felony, and then a DUI, as well as with alcohol and possible drugs. Those are misdemeanors. There is probable cause for the felony, so an attorney has been appointed for you. And these allegations are coming from a direct complaint that was issued in April 2025. So you may not have received this information yet because maybe they didn't have the correct address. Okay. So today, this court would like to release you on your own recognizance, but I see that you're wearing all orange. Are you in DCO custody?
Yes, DOC.
You are in DOC custody?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to change this to a $50 secured bond. And the reason is I want to make sure that if you're still in custody, you won't miss a hearing and get another arrest warrant.
Okay.
Okay? So this is not meant to punish you. This is because I want to make sure they take you to your hearing.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to put in there real quick, secured $50. How long will you be in DOC custody?
3 years.
Okay, I'm glad that I'm giving this bond then, because, all right. I don't want you to rack up any more arrest warrants for failures to appear. That would not be good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so that should be ready to reprint, 22. Okay, and I do see that in the notes now, so I apologize. The paperwork will be provided to you if you'd like to take a seat.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Angela Brown, please come to the podium. Okay, please state your name and date of birth.
Angela Nicole Brown, 2/5/1979.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It's been alleged that you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a class 4 felony. There was probable cause, so an attorney has been appointed for you. Your next court date is July 24th, downtown at 8:30 in the morning. This court would like to release you today on your promise to go to that hearing. There are some other conditions of release, and they are written in on the paperwork.
Okay.
Okay. Please step to your left. I think we just have in-house, right? Okay. There are 3 people left for the initial appearance calendar, and they are not able to be in the courtroom today because they are either combative or there is suicide watch. So I will read through each of them and put their release conditions on the record now. The first one is item 10 on the calendar is Gabriel Tapia Aguilar, date of birth 11/2/2005. It's a new Superior Court case. He has been alleged to resist arrest, class 6 felony, and aggravated assault, class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause, and an attorney was appointed for him. The next hearing is July 16th at 8:30 in the morning, and the secured appearance bond of $5,000 is set with PSA supervision. He's not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with the alleged victim, witness, complainants, or arresting officers. Of course, not possess any weapons or drugs without a valid prescription. The next person on the calendar is number 23, Patrick Kaufman, date of birth 12/17/1988, which is a Justice Court warrant for a DUI misdemeanor charge. Because he has yet to see anyone on this DUI, it's a brand new one. A Maricopa County Public Defender is appointed for him. His next hearing is Moon Valley Justice Court on July 25th at 10 a.m. This court would like to release him on his own recognizance if he is able to leave. And then the last person today was calendar item 25, which is Jerick Albert, date of birth 2/17/1998, also a Justice Court new case. This one is for assault, which is a class 3 misdemeanor. This defendant is not entitled to court-appointed counsel due to the nature of the charge. They do have a hearing at a Canto Justice Court July 24th at 1:30. Again, this court would like to release Jerick Albert on their own recognizance if they're able to, and with the conditions that they not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have physical contact with the alleged victims, witness, complainants, or co-defendants in this case as well, and to obey any terms of an order against harassment that may be issued. It is not the court's intention to return to this recording, so if there are any changes, they will be reflected in the written order. At this time, the initial appearance calendar is in recess until 8 p.m. Please be seated.
Every person, every day, every time. For a searchable listing of today's court hearing, visit our website, superiorcourt.maricopa.
813, and I will be your...
Okay, I can put him back on. Oh, no. I transferred him over to it. Okay, I'm going to do it again. I will let him in.
There's going to be a victim hearing for number 12. They just want us to know.
Hi, good evening. My name is Brian, interpreter ID 49813, and I will be your Mandarin interpreter. Please speak in short sentences so that I can interpret everything. How may I assist you?
Good evening, my name is Commissioner Gentry, and I just need you to affirm that you will directly translate my words and the defendant's words.
All right, one moment. And I'm sorry, is this a legal court call?
Yes, that is correct.
I see. I do apologize. However, I am not currently equipped with the ability to translate for legal court calls, so I would need to kindly excuse myself from this call. Would that be okay?
Yes, thank you for letting us know. We'll try someone else.
Thank you so much for using our services. I do apologize for any inconveniences caused, and I do hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you.
Is FTA going? Yes, it's for FTR? Yes. Okay, we'll just go ahead and start. Okay. Take your time. Okay. Okay. Good evening, this is the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar for July 10th, 2024. This court's orders for taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you heard in the recording, this hearing is for a very specific purpose. I will tell you what the allegations or charges against you are. I will let you know if an attorney has been appointed for you, when your next hearing date is, and if or when you have released conditions, what the bond will be if that is appropriate. I will call the first person to come stand at the podium, and then the next person to sit in the chair by the door. As you can tell, we are having a translator this evening, and so as soon as that translator is available, we'll take that person. So we might interrupt the flow. Please be flexible. I won't touch anything. Okay, with the first person, who is Lin Xing Wei, please come to the podium. Is this the translator who speaks Mandarin?
Yes, hi.
My name is Commissioner Gentry, and this is the initial appearance court.
I'm sorry, you're sounding very, very faint. I can't hear you very clearly.
Okay, I'll say it again. My name is Commissioner Gentry. This is the initial appearance court.
Do you want me to translate this line to the Mandarin speaker?
Yes, please.
OK. 你好，我是翻译员，你听得到我声音吗？
可以听到。
喂，你好。哦，这位是听证官 Gentry， 今天是第一次上庭哦。我是翻译员，你好。
好，我可以听到，你能听到吗？
我听到你声音，谢谢。Yeah, hi.
Okay. And as the translator, will you swear or affirm that you'll directly translate my words and the defendant words to each other?
Yes.
Thank you. So we'll begin now. If you can make sure to translate directly. Please state your name and date of birth.
请告诉我你的名和姓好吗？还有你的出生年份。
魏宁生，1995-0825。
My full name is Wei Ming Shen. My date of birth is 25th August 1995.
You're here today on a failure to appear bench warrant.
所以就是之前我们有叫你就是出庭，可是你并没有出庭，所以今天你需要上庭，请问你知道吗？
You already have an attorney appointed in your case.
所以您之前是已经有聘请律师了。
没。
Your next hearing is July 17 at 8:30 in the morning.
下一次出席这个听证会是7月17号8点30分。
Your bond is set at cash only, $26,000.
所以那个保释令是现金26000块。
Even if you pay the bond, you will be remanded to immigration custody.
就算你缴付这个现金，请问你听得到吗？喂。
我可以听到。
OK， 所以就算你缴付了整笔，就是这个保释令，就是26000块的话，他们还是会把你交给就移民局去。
我有一个问题，我可以问一下吗？
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
就是之前6月5号的时候，我被带到这里啊，跟我讲6月12号要上庭，但是这个时候移民局把我接走了。我在6月7号的时候是已经付了25000美元的这个保释金保释出去的，是这一次还继续需要付26000美元的保释金吗
？OK， 我再问一下哦。So on the 5th of June, hello, can you hear me, officer?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Yeah. So on the 5th of June, I was brought here, and then on the 12th, I was taken custody by the immigration. So I actually paid on the 7th of June $25,000. So why did you need to pay $26,000 right now for the bond?
Because you paid your bond and were not in custody, you did not appear at the hearing. So I'm telling you today, you have a right to pay bond again, but you will not be released from custody, so don't pay the bond.
Okay. 因为之前你还了那个钱，可是你并没有及时出庭哦，所以我今天是跟你说，你最好就是不要再还这个保释令了，因为他们还是会继续拘捕你，所以就不需要还了。
好的，这个钱我可以不还，这个我不能出庭，是他们把我移民局把我关起来了，我也很想来。
Okay, because I was under immigration custody, it's not that I purposely do not want to appear in court.
If you do not pay the bond, they will transport you to your hearing this time, so you won't miss your hearing.
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand this line.
Sure. If you do not pay the bond, the sheriffs will transport you to your hearing, So you will not miss your hearing this time.
OK， 所以如果你不还这个保释令的话，他们基本上是会让你出庭的，所以这次你不要还会比较好，明白吗？他们会让你第一次出庭。
好的，谢谢。
Okay, this is all on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
好，谢谢。
OK， 你到左边来，在文件上面都写着了。
Thank you for your services today, translating us Mandarin for us. We don't have anyone else in the court that needs that service, so you may be excused.
No problem. Thank you for the services. Goodbye.
Angela Torres, please come to the podium. After that, Alonzo Perez, please have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Angela Mojica Torres.
And your date?
09/17/1999. Sorry about that.
You're here today on two different matters. The first one is a Superior Court failure to appear bench warrant where there are allegations of dangerous drug possession, which is a Class 4 felony. It appears that you failed to attend a status conference and a bond was issued for you on April 17th at $1,000. This court's going to affirm that bond. You have an attorney in that case, and your next hearing is July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. And then you have a second matter, and then I'd be happy to take your question.
Okay.
Your second matter is a Superior Court arrest warrant, and this one is a dangerous drug possession for sale, which is a Class 2 felony, as well as paraphernalia possession, Class 6 felony. In this one, I did appoint an attorney for you because this is a new arrest warrant. Because these new allegations happened after your prior felony release, you are now on what's called felony release, and so you're not able to be bonded out. So these two together make it that by statute, you're not able to be bonded out. So there is a separate hearing that's set just for that, and the attorney can help you at that. It's called an evidentiary hearing about the bond, and that's on July 17th at 1:30 in the afternoon. So there will be several hearings for you. They're all listed out on your paperwork. The reason you're not able to be released today is because the new arrest warrant happened after you were already out on felony release. Go ahead.
Okay, so when I got released the last time, I got released to ICE, so that was the reason why I wasn't able to attend, or that's the reason why I didn't know. I tried calling the thing and let them know about I was released because I was released from ICE from here after I paid my bonds.
Okay.
I was released to ICE. So would that bond be refunded for the $1,000, or how can, or?
That would be something to talk to your attorney about because you were not able to attend because you were in custody. So I would definitely speak with your attorney at your hearing on July 17th. That's specifically about the bond issues.
Okay.
Okay.
So for the class second felony in 4 and 6, right? What is am I gonna discuss the time that I'm gonna get with him, or?
Yeah. All that information will be something that you discuss with your attorney at your hearing.
Okay, and then one other question. For the bond, would they be able to do another bond, or can I get released too? Because I was with ICE, would I be able to get released with ICE or no?
So you cannot get released today because you were on felony release and then a new arrest warrant was issued. So like new charges were alleged.
Even though I was,
right.
custody?
So, and this doesn't have anything to do with you missing your hearing on your old one. This one is new one.
Okay.
So because the new ones were alleged while the old one was pending, you're not able to be released.
Okay.
Okay. It's on your paperwork.
Okay.
Please
Thank you, Your Honor.
Alonzo Perez, please come to the podium. Travis Mathis, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Alonzo Perez, 31085.
So you're here today on a new Superior Court case. There has been allegations of burglary, which is a Class 3 felony, and trafficking in stolen property, which is also a Class 3 felony. An attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing date will be July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. You are also getting an extra hearing. It's called an evidentiary hearing, July 17th at 1:30, because You were already out on felony release in another matter when these crimes then happened or alleged. And so you are not eligible for bond today. You are what's called felony release, so no bond is available. All this information will be available to you on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Travis Mathis, please come to the podium, and then Denisha Phillips, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Travis Antonio Michael Mathis, 11/12/1995.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It's been alleged that you committed aggravated robbery, which is a Class 3 felony. This court did find probable cause and appoint an attorney to represent you at your next hearing, which is July 16th at 8:30 downtown. Based on your criminal history and the evidence that is likely to result in a conviction, this court is going to follow the MCAO recommendation of $200,000 as a cash-only appearance bond. If you do make that bond, do not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with any of the alleged victims, witnesses, complainants, or co-defendants. All of this will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Let's see. Ms. Denisha Phillips, please come to the podium. After that, Veronica Van de Water, please have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Denisha Phillips, 2/22/97.
You're here today on a Superior Court new case. It's been alleged that you participated in aggravated robbery, which is a Class 3 felony. This court did find probable cause and appoint an attorney to represent you at your next hearing, which is on July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. A bond has been set, and it's based on your criminal history and the evidence that's likely to result in a conviction of $100,000 cash-only appearance bond. If you do make that bond, you are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or contact any of the alleged victims, complainants, witnesses. Please continue to provide this court with proof of your local address. All of this information will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Ms. Vandewater, please come to the podium, and after that, Anthony James, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Veronica Shea Vandewater, 7/16/1998.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It was alleged that you caused criminal damage, which is a Class 4 felony, endangerment, Class 6 felony, and then a DUI, which is a misdemeanor charge. Based on those felony charges, an attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing day is July 16th at 8:30 in the morning downtown. This matter, so because of the allegations, this court would like to release you on what's called a secured appearance bond, which means you could use a bail bondsman. The amount is $25,000. If you do make that, you would have what's called pretrial services, where they would randomly test you for illegal drugs and alcohol use until your next hearing date. If you do make that bond, make sure to get that envelope and contact them and go in for your testing so that you can prove to the court at your next hearing that you can maintain sobriety. Okay, and also if there's any orders of harassment issued against you, make sure to follow all those court orders. All of this will be in your paperwork. Please step to your left. And as a note for this one also, I didn't read it before, but in Ms. DeWater's case, there was a victim statement that was considered. Anthony James, please state your name and date of birth.
Anthony James, 08-05-05.
You're here today on two separate matters. The first one is a Superior Court failure to appear bench warrant, and that was for possessing a weapon when you shouldn't, which is a Class 6 felony, and then for a minor carrying a firearm, Class 6 felony. It looks like you failed to appear, and so a warrant was issued on September 20th, 2024, and this court is going to affirm that warrant. It's $2,500, so you have two things, and I'll tell you, and then you have a chance. Okay. Your next hearing is on July 17th at 8:30, and an attorney will be there to represent you. On your second failure to appear bench warrant, it was issued on September 3rd, 2024 in the amount of $15,000. And this one was again, weapon by a prohibited person, class 4 felony, disorderly conduct, class 6 felony, and discharging a firearm within city limits, which is a class 6 felony. So altogether, you would have a secured appearance bond of $17,500. And if you do make that bond, you need to make sure to make your court date so no more failure to appear warrants would be issued. Please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am, I understand. The reason why I didn't attend those court days was because the feds picked me up on a case that I was fighting. And currently, you know, like I'm already through with that case. So that's the reason why I didn't attend the court dates. But I did put a $10,000 bond when I bonded out of jail, when I caught these cases. And I was wondering if that would be able to get, if I would be able to get it back.
Oh, if you could get your money back? That would be between you and the bail bondsman or you and the next court. So if you don't make these bonds, you will be taken to those hearings for those two matters, the probation violations, and you can discuss that with your judge if you want, if they can cancel out those bonds because you were in custody. But that would be a thing to talk about with your attorney and the next judge.
Okay, and I'm still going to have the same attorney that was appointed to me last time?
Let me see who it is.
And I was going to say too, what was I?
Yeah, it looks like you already have an existing attorney in both cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask too, currently right now I'm still serving the federal time that I'm serving. So if I do pay that bond, I wouldn't be able to get out. So I talked to my lawyer about running it concurrent and all that.
Talk to your lawyer,
okay.
Exactly. And if you're not sure that by paying the bond you would be released, then you should probably not be paying. Yeah. But definitely talk to your lawyer. All the dates will be on your paperwork.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Melissa Ismail, please come to the podium. Maxwell Schroff, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Melissa Ishmael, 12/31/1989.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It was alleged that you committed aggravated assault and impeded breathing, which is a class 4 felony, aggravated assault on a minor, which is a class 6 felony, and had disorderly conduct, which is a misdemeanor. And it appears, let me just double check. We need to reprint this one. Okay. I would like to appoint an attorney for you because we did find probable cause. You are eligible for bail. Oh, let me go in the right order. So an attorney will be appointed for you. Your next hearing will be July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. The bond amount is a secured bond, which means you can use a bail bondsman. It's for $10,000. If you make that bond, you will be required to have electronic monitoring. The monitoring will restrict both the time, so a curfew, as well as the places geographically that you may go. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, complainants, or officers. I understand this may be your residence, and if that's the case, you will need to find a new place to stay. You will need to update the court with your new address as soon as you have one. Because this is your residence, included in your order is what's called one civil standby, where you can contact the law enforcement in your community to go with you and retrieve necessary items. They'll do this for you one time, and you just have to contact them in advance. Do not return there without an escort by law enforcement. Okay. Also, you are cautioned that you're not to have any contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, or complainants. And that means even if they contact you first, just ignore the call, text, social media, whatever it is. Do not answer it until your next court hearing, because right now you're under orders for no contact. That can be changed by the next judge. So all this information will be on your paperwork, including the appointment of an attorney. Please step to your left. Then I have a question. So she's here for number 19 or 12? Oh, she's here for number 12. Yes. Okay. All right. Because 19 is a house call. So 19 does need to get reprinted. Okay, I will. Okay, thanks. And also, I'm just leaving on number 1.
the bottom, he's been released, he paid bond. But they didn't give that to us, so we're waiting for them to get the paperwork, and then we'll vacate the case.
That's great. Oh, okay. Okay, fantastic. Okay. That's nice to hear. Okay. I think we are on Maxwell Schroff. And then after him, Sean Mike. Please sit by the door. Please come to the podium. Please state your name and date of birth.
Maxwell Schroff, 11/8/88.
You're here today on 3 separate matters. It looks like one is a Superior Court grand jury matter where they're alleging narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. You already have an attorney in this case, I believe, because it was a failure to appear bond that was issued, and that's in the amount of $1,000. This court is going to affirm that. Your next hearing in this, it was a not guilty arraignment hearing, is on July 17th at 8:30 in the morning. Your next case is a Superior Court arrest warrant. This is for the charges of shoplifting, Class 4 felony. Again, you already had an attorney appointed, and it looks like they had a hearing that you did not attend in September 2024, and so they issued a bond of $1,000. This court will affirm that bond. Your next hearing for that one is July 16th, 8:30 in the morning. So I think these are at the same time. No, they're a day apart. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you weren't like triple booked for this. Your last case is again a failure to appear bench warrant for dangerous drugs, which is a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. You already have an attorney in that as well. You failed to attend your sentencing, so another $1,000 bond was issued. And this one, so total, you have $3,000 in secured appearance bonds. But I see that you're in Orange today. Are you in DOC custody?
Federal custody.
You are in federal custody. All right. So, sir, if you pay those bonds, okay. I just wanted to make sure you weren't under the impression that if you paid those bonds, you would be released if you are already being held in federal custody. Okay.
All right.
All of this information will be on your paperwork. Because those bonds are listed, the sheriff's office will transport you to your hearings.
All right.
Okay. Please step to your left. Sean, Mike, please come to the podium. Mamadou Diallo, please have a seat by the door. State your name and date of birth.
Hello, ma'am. Sean Mike, 06/28/1999.
You're here today on a Superior Court probation violation warrant. This warrant is from a petition to revoke your probation for allegations of violating terms 6, 7, 11, 14, 15B, 21, and 22. The bond amount is for $1,800. This court is going to affirm it. That's a secured bond, so you can use a bail bondsman. An attorney is appointed to help you at your hearing, which will be July 17th at 8:30 in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you do make that bond, please contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Mamadou Diallo. Please state your name and date of birth.
Mamadou Diallo, 010598.
You're here today on a Superior Court failure to appear bench warrant. It appears that you have your own attorney. The bench warrant was for, let's see, you failed to appear for a status conference, and the charges were aggravated assault, which is a Class 3 felony. Those occurred in June of 2023. Your next hearing on this case is July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. There are some people here today who would like to make a statement. Okay. We're ready to receive your victim statement if you would like to speak.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
I just wanted to...
Can you state who you are first, please?
Yes, my name is Antonia Miller. I am the victim.
Okay.
I would like to ask the court to not release him on bond. for the past 2 years since he has beat me with a rebar and I lost my child. I have been staying at friend's house, at my mom's house, hiding away, trying to find some type of safety because he is very dangerous. And although this crime was captured on camera, he fled back to his country in Senegal before a warrant was ever issued, and then came back into this country before anybody knew, and has been terrorizing me ever since. I have an order of protection, and I've been doing everything I can to stay safe. Him being in custody for the past 30 days has been the most relief I have had since June of 2023. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you for your statement. You don't have an attorney here today, and so I would like to caution you, because you do have a pending case, that anything you say here may be used against you at trial. So just be very careful, but I am willing to let you ask a question.
Yeah. Yeah, so the reason why I wasn't able to appear was because I was under ICE custody. At the preliminary hearing for this case, the judge released me to my own recognizance, and I have attended every single court date, and I have never failed to appear. I am currently under ICE custody, and I do have a hearing for my a master hearing for my immigration case as well that I've been working with my lawyer on, and I would like to attend. I would like to be released to ICE in order to attend that. And Your Honor, I've never been a violent person. I have a clean record. I maintain my innocence. I understand there is a victim statement. I have never been a violent person. I have a clean record. I maintain my innocence, and I look forward to an opportunity to prove my innocence in front of a court of law. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your statement. One moment, please. I'm not saying that, was there a state recommendation on 12? I didn't see it earlier. No, okay. When is your ICE hearing?
It is next week, Your Honor.
It is next week?
Yes.
Okay. So because you are not going to be released today, this court is inclined to offer you a secured appearance bond. It will be $1,500, but it comes with an electronic monitoring device. That electronic monitoring device will restrict you geographically and by time. So if you cut it off, there will be a warrant issued for your arrest right away.
I will not, Your Honor.
Okay? You also need to abide by the curfew, both the geographic and the time restrictions. Also, as mentioned, there is an order of protection already issued. Make sure not to violate that order of protection.
Yes, sir.
No contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, complainants. Just talk to your attorney, no one else.
I haven't since I've been back, Your Honor.
Okay.
So, no worries there.
So we're going to print this out new. Okay, 12 should be ready. All right. All right, so just to recap. You do have an order of protection. You are going to follow it. At the moment, you're going to be returned to ICE custody to finalize your hearing. After that, in order to be released, you would have to make your secured appearance bond, which is $1,500. If you do that, before you are released from custody, they will equip you with electronic monitoring device. If you tamper with that at all or do not follow the rules of that, they will issue another warrant for your arrest and you will be back here.
Could you repeat that last part one more time?
If you tamper with your electronic monitoring device, they will issue a new warrant for your arrest.
Yes, Your Honor. I meant the terms of the bond and the release, please.
It will all be on your paperwork.
All right, sounds
Okay,
good.
please step to your left.
Thank you.
Okay, and if you would like to be excused, you're welcome to. So, or you can stay, it's up to you. All right, Ms. Mamadou Diallo, please come to the podium. Tricia Milligan, have a seat by the door. Say it again? Oh, I just did that. Okay, I'm sorry. Tricia Milligan, please come to the podium. Israel Martinez, please have a seat by the door. Tricia. If she's not available, we can, she's not here right now? Okay, we'll move on, and as soon as she's here, we'll recall her. Israel Martinez, please come to the podium. Gavin Vandermeer, please have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Israel Martinez, 43083.
You're here today on a Superior Court probation violation warrant. It appears that there was a petition to revoke warrant alleging violations 3, 6, 11, and 12. And that was issued on May 20th, 2025. There is because it's a violation warrant, an attorney has been assigned to represent you at your next hearing, which is July 17th, 8:30 in the morning. I looked through your notes and I saw that your probation was about to end on July 6th, 2025, right before that PTR was filed. So I'm not sure exactly what happened, where the disconnect was, because they were alleging that you violated all these things. And you can talk to your probation officer about it, because they have, they have an extensive list of your violations.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I understand this one's a little confusing, but I did look into all your notes and I read through them. So today I'm setting a secured appearance bond of $1,000 for you to get this sorted out. And if you do make that bond, you're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. Contact your probation officer, and I put 24 hours because you had 2 different probations going on. One was standard, but one was intensive.
So, I don't understand how that works there, that I want 2 different probations if...
You had 2 crimes, apparently.
If I only have 1 probation officer.
But they were managing both of them, I guess.
They never told me that from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, they told me I was going to be done in October. That's like around the 2, because we knew it was July 6th, and then they told me it was October. I was like, okay, whatever. So the bench warrant was on May 20th, right?
It was May 20th.
And she's supposed to come at the end of the month. Every month she was coming in, but then all of a sudden she just basically dropped off the face of the earth. I had to do UAtion and send me the calls for that, Like, it was sent to my phone every day. It would tell me if I had to go or not. That got cut off. I would call and she wouldn't answer. The first of the month, I would have to do video conference with her. She wouldn't answer that. The end of the month, which was May 20th, from May 20th in all of June, actually June, she was supposed to come at the end of the month. She never showed up for that one or that one. And I'm like, so now, and
so there was filed.
They didn't call me and tell me nothing. I wasn't given no warning. I wasn't given, it was like...
And that's why you're only getting $1,000 secured today instead of cash or something more?
I know, I get it, but it's like, maybe a little bit was my fault, I guess. I really don't know, because the charges, I don't know what the numbers mean that you just told me.
Yeah.
And it was on her, because... Even my wife, she's got all the messages. We would send her messages, what's going on. She had both our numbers. She knows where I live. It's not like I was running. And when they called me today, I went to the freaking office and I said, what's going on? I wanted to know what's going on.
And that's being considered for sure. The fact that you came in and were booked without incident, and that's appreciated and it's considered. So you've got multiple reinstatements going back to 2015, and the allegations are that you missed your contact that you were supposed to have in March of 2025, and then again, you had, the other things are, you were instructed to report on the first Thursday of each month, but you failed to in both April and May, and then again, you did not report as directed April 3rd, May 7th, failed to report within 72 hours from release of incarceration. Again, they did not actively participate or cooperate in your substance abuse treatment, counseling, and assistance at Taros, so they got a report about that. So there's a lot on here which needs to get sorted out.
I missed a class or 2 because I was locked up. I get that one, I guess. I don't know, but
so you've got a lot of allegations, right? They're just allegations. So you got to talk to your attorney, Go to the hearing, get this sorted out.
So basically, this is just, if she wants to be whatever, you know, I have to get reinstated and do this all over, you know, this probation, and it's kind of, you know, and.
So I advise you to definitely be proactive, talk to your attorney, call your probation officer if you make bail, make sure.
They every freaking 3 months, they switch me a new probation officer. So how am I supposed to keep up with these freaking probation officers? It's just, I don't know. And
Okay, I understand your frustration, sir. All the information is on your paperwork.
It's frustrating now. It's just frustrating.
Yeah, okay.
It's just.
The information's on your paperwork. It is secured, so you can use bail bondsman if you can. Please step to your left. Gavin Vandermeer, please come to the podium. Karina Gallardo, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Gavin Vandermeer, June 24th, 2007.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There are allegations that you committed burglary, which is Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to represent you at your next hearing on July 16th at 8:30. A secured appearance bond is set for you, and that was recommended by the county attorney's office. This court did find it reasonable due to your lack of criminal history, so it's $750, secured appearance. If you do make that bond, you are not to have contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, or complainants. And yours, I had a question on. Do you still attend Williamsfield High School?
Yes.
So are you going into your senior year?
Yes.
Okay. So I did not include on there that you couldn't return to the scene of the crime because you need to go there to go to school.
Yes.
However, I did include that if there's any orders of harassment issued, you do need to follow those. So I'm not sure if you play on that sports team or have any contact with that coach, but you should not.
Yes.
Okay. So no contact with any alleged victims, witnesses, or complainants.
Okay.
All right. This is all on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
Thank you.
Karina Gallardo, please come to the podium. Ajak Mabior, please have a seat by the door.
Sure, we have a million back in.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Oh, you were speaking. I'm sorry. Okay, I am hearing impaired, so sometimes I can't tell where it's coming from. Please state your name and date of birth.
Karina Lynn Louise Gallardo, and my date of birth is 11/5/91.
Thank you. You're here today on two separate matters. The first one is a Superior Court probation violation warrant, and then the other one is also a probation violation warrant. It appears that there was a petition to revoke your probation, alleging that you violated term 3, 5, and 7. On the first one, they requested a bond of $350. This court is going to affirm that. Your hearing for the first one is July 17th at 8:30 in the morning. You already have an attorney in that case. On your second one, they are asking for $250. It's the same terms, 3, 5, and 7 that were violated. And July 17th, 8:30 in the morning, you already have an attorney on that case. If you do make this bail, so that would be $600 secured total. No weapons, no drugs without a prescription, no alcohol or driving without a license, and make sure you contact your probation officer within the 72 hours, like right away when you get released.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I do have a charge for Goodyear. It didn't come up. I just rather address it now so I don't get page 2 to when I'm like already getting where I need to be.
Well, yeah, it did not come up here at all. So if you'd like to take a seat, we could ask. Yeah, if you can just take a seat, and ma'am, if you cannot send her back right away, let's see if we can get her page 2 done. Okay. Ajak Mabior, please come to this podium. Enoch Mendiola, have a seat by the door. Ajak Mabior. Oh, good. Okay. Please stand here. Please state your name and date of birth.
Jocelyn Buer, May 14, 1992.
You're here today on a Superior Court failure to appear bench warrant. It was issued in August of 2024, asking for $350 bond. This court is going to affirm that. You already have an attorney in that case, and it was failure to appear for a status conference, and you failed to comply with your diversion program. So you had a diversion,
yes,
but then you didn't comply, so then they refiled the prosecution. And that's why you're here today.
I was in a, oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you do have a secured appearance bond of $350. Your next court date is July 16th at 8:30 in the morning. Please, go ahead.
I had, the time that I was supposed to start those classes, I got hit by a car, so throughout the whole time I was in the hospital, even in August.
Okay, and that would be something you need to discuss with your attorney about whether you could get back into that diversion.
Okay.
All right, so if you make bond today, which is $350 secured, make sure to contact your attorney right away and let them know what happened, because you do have a hearing coming up. Okay, all of that is on your paperwork. Okay, please step to your left.
Yep. You have to go back to Milligan.
Okay. Tricia Milligan, please come to the podium. Thank you. You're welcome. Please state your name and date of birth.
Tricia Milligan, 4/27/77.
You're here today on two separate matters. The first one is a Superior Court arrest warrant for dangerous drugs, which is a Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and then criminal littering, polluting, which is a misdemeanor. This court has appointed an attorney for you for your next hearing, July 16th at 8:30. Pardon me. There was a direct complaint warrant issued for you in July. It's $2,500 secured bond. If you do make that bond, make sure to contact your probation officer right away within 72 hours. The second matter here before this court is the probation violation warrant. This is a term 1, meaning you violated your terms of probation by allegedly committing new criminal activity. An attorney is appointed for you, and the hearing is July 17th at 8:30 in the morning. A secured probation bond on this is just $50, and that's because in case you are still in custody on the other one, we want to make sure that you get transported to your hearing so you don't miss your hearing. All of this information is on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
I have a question.
Okay.
When I was in jail for the dangerous drugs and those ones, the state dropped the charges without criminal prejudice, without prejudice. So I don't understand why it all came back up like this.
So I don't have record of that, of what you just said to me. I
was in jail for it.
Okay, and I don't see that the charges were dropped. Instead, I see that there is an arrest warrant out for you now. So that is information I have, but that would be a good thing to talk to your attorney about. Please step to your left. Enoch Mendiola, please come to the podium. Brendan Ripperger, please have a seat by the door. State your name and date of birth.
Enoch Mendiola, February 14, 1990.
You're here today on a Superior Court probation violation warrant. It was alleged that you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. An attorney has been appointed for you. Your next hearing is July 17th at 8:30 in the morning. A secured bond is set at $250.
Okay.
If you make that bond, make sure not to possess any weapons, drugs without a valid prescription, consume any alcohol or drive without a valid license. Contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of this is on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Brendan Ripperger, please come to the podium. Elton Wickie, have a seat by the door. So after this will be Elton Wickie. Okay. Please state your name and date of birth.
Brendan Ripperger, May 11th, 94.
You're here today on a Superior Court probation violation warrant. They have alleged that you violated terms 3, 5, and 15 of your probation and asked for a secured appearance bond of $250. This court will affirm that you already have an attorney and your next hearing is July 17th at 8:30 in the morning. If you make bond, please contact your probation officer right away within 72 hours. There are other conditions and restrictions of release. They're all printed on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Elton Wickie, and then Sophie Cly, please have a seat by the door. State your name and date of birth.
Elton Wickie, 1210.
You're here today on a Superior Court probation violation. It's been alleged that you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation, and a secured appearance bond has been set for $250.
Yeah.
An attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing is July 17th at 8:30 in the morning. If you do make bond, make sure to contact your probation officer right away. You have up to 72 hours, but don't wait, and follow the other conditions of release that are printed on your paperwork.
Okay.
Please step to your left.
Right. Thank you.
Sophie Cly, please come to the podium. Oscar Guerra, please have a seat by the door. State your name and date of birth.
Sophie Cly Jr., 10/28/65.
You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. There are allegations of you driving aggravated DUI, which is a Class 4 felony. It appears that this is a new direct complaint case, meaning the incident happened a while ago, but then they issued a new direct complaint. So I'm setting the bond here today at $100, but I am asking for PSA supervision, which is alcohol monitoring. In this case, you'll be going with pretrial services, and what they're going to do is randomly test you for alcohol between now and your next hearing so that you can prove that you can be sober. Okay. So you do have a $100 secured appearance bond, and then after that, PSA will help you get to the hearing and tell you about the alcohol testing, okay? It'll be in an envelope. Please do not lose that paperwork. All right, please step to your left.
Thank you, ma'am.
If they get to page 2, will it just update?
Yeah, we have to finish what, and then we have to put it in the system.
Okay.
But she said she was gonna call them, but she hasn't come back.
We have a little time, okay. All right, Oscar Guerra, please come to the podium. David Garcia, you will be next. Please state your name and date of birth.
Oscar Guerra, 9/24/97.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It's been alleged that there was either child or vulnerable adult abuse, which is a Class 3 felony. This court did find probable cause, and so an attorney has been appointed for you for your next hearing. Your next hearing will be on July 24th at 8:30 in the morning. There was a victim statement that I read and considered. So considering the lack of your criminal history and the victim statement and your strong ties to the community, this court would like to release you today on what's called supervised release. So that means that you can go and be with your family at the hospital. I'm not putting in the no contact orders that would normally be in place in situations like this because it does sound like this is a disputed incident. So you're not to possess any weapons though. If there are weapons in your home, you should contact somebody to
Remove them all?
Right. Okay. So you may not reside or knowingly be present at any place where firearms are located until your next hearing.
Okay.
Okay. All of this is on your paperwork.
All right.
Please step to
Thank
your
you.
left. David Garcia, please come to the podium. Please state your name and date of birth.
I'm David Garcia, November 16, 1995.
You're here today on a justice court warrant alleging driving with a suspended or revoked or canceled license and violations of promises to appear. Those are both misdemeanors. So this court doesn't have authority to appoint an attorney for you. But we have scheduled your next hearing, which is at Moon Valley Justice Court. So that is on July 25th at 10 a.m. This court would like to release you on your promise that you will go to Moon Valley Justice Court and attend your hearing.
And I want to make a statement too. Recently, I emailed the courts to get this handled with, and I had the emails to prove it. Like it was recently in this last month.
Okay.
So like it's something I've been wanting to do anyway. So like I appreciate this, like, because I'm not gonna take the second chance for granted.
Okay. It's all on your paperwork. Please make sure you go to your hearing or contact them. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Step to your left. We do have 3 house calls today. One person is not safe. The other 2 are combative. I will read those into the record, and then I see number 1 is back on my calendar. Oh, it just got moved to the bottom, so we'll do that one first.
That's the one with the bottom page. Yeah,
Okay.
We're just waiting for the paper to officially issue.
Okay, we'll leave them at the bottom. Thank you. All right, so for the people that I'll need to visit in custody back by the cells, the first one is Johan Reyes, date of birth 9/1/1981, Superior Court, new case with allegations of aggravated assault, class 4 felony, killing a domestic animal without consent, class 5 felony, assault, and unlawful imprisonment, both misdemeanors. This court did find probable cause. A cash-only bond is set at $250,000 with PSA supervision, including alcohol testing, drug testing, and electronic monitoring. It looks like he is appointed an attorney. His next hearing is July 16th at 8:30 a.m. If he is released for any reason, he is not to return to the scene of the crime or contact the victim, complainant, or witnesses. And he may not possess, reside with, or have contact with any animal, whether he owns them or not. The next one is Danny Maribel, date of birth 4/15/1984, which is a Superior Court probation violation warrant. It's alleged that, so on this one, APET's notes indicate that there was a petition to dismiss this probation petition to revoke, submitted on July 9th. But the defendant was already in custody. So this court is inclined to release him on his own recognizance, however, also appoint an attorney for him for his hearing on July 17th at 8:30 a.m. And then Mr. David Anderson, date of birth 2/3/1994, is a new Superior Court case with criminal trespassing, class 5 felony. This person is going to have an attorney appointed for their status conference on July 24th at 8:30 a.m. This court would like to release him on his own recognizance. Hopefully he will be well enough to do that. And if there are any changes to these 3 individuals' release orders, they will be reflected on the written documents. It's not my intention to return to this recording. I'm just going to wait one moment and just triple check. Did Karina Gallardo say
they're not going to have it done in time, so they're just going to have to bring her back on the 11 p.m.?
Okay, so Ms. Karina Gallardo will be staying with the ITR facility for a little longer, and Mr. Ramon Osegueda has already been released. He was number 1 on the calendar, and it was this court's intention to release him on his own recognizance anyways because it was a municipal court warrant. So it is not my intention to return to this recording. At this time, the 8 p.m. calendar is in recess until 11 p.m.
Thank you. Please be seated. This is the 11 p.m. calendar on July 10th, 2025. Orders are given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders are made in effect today. What that means for you is this: not every single one of you has to give your DNA or your fingerprints. If you have to do that, those orders are going to be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. Number three, if you're going to be assigned an attorney. The vast majority of you will be assigned an attorney, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Anything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in the courtroom is video recorded, so please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Unfortunately, I'm not your legal counsel, so I cannot answer legal questions for you, and I can't give you legal advice. So please save your legal questions for your counsel. Finally, you're going to be hearing about lots of different dates, different types of release conditions. You don't have to memorize all that stuff. All that information is going to be on your paperwork. That's why it's important to keep your paperwork and to save it. Don't lose it. If you end up missing a court date or not follow a written court order, you could just end up back here. Here's how tonight's going to work. I'm going to call two names. First name I call is going to come up to the podium and stand in front of me in the courtroom. Second name I call is going to sit on that chair next to the door. And then we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar is finished. Could you read print number 5, please? Thank you. Okay, please get Jeffrey Atzman to the podium. Nigel Sabri to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Jeffrey Otzman, 6178.
Thank you. I apologize for mispronouncing your last name.
That's okay.
You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be July 17th in the downtown Superior Court. Based upon the violations of your probation, sir, you're going to be held non-bondable at this time until your next court date.
All
So
right.
again, July 17th is your next court date.
Okay.
Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Up that way. Nigel Sabri to the podium. Angel Rodriguez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth.
Nigel C. Rio, 72693.
Thank you. I apologize for mispronouncing your last name. You're here on a Superior Court new case, the failure to appear warrant, and a probation violation warrant. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for aggravated assault, Class 3 felony, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 4 felony, unlawful discharge of a firearm within city limits, a Class 6 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 16th, 17th, and 18th in the downtown Superior Court. Because it's been alleged that you committed this offense while you're on release for your other case, you're going to be held non-bondable on your new case. You're also going to be held non-bondable on your probation violation warrant. I am assigning counsel. Your next court date on that is going to be July 17th in the downtown Superior Court. You also have a failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney for that one. Next court date's July 16th in the downtown Superior Court. And I'm affirming the bond set in that case. It's a $10,000 cash bond. Please don't try to pay that bond because you're going to be held non-bondable on your other two cases. All right, sir. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Angel Rodriguez to the podium. John Mariah Ford to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Angel Rodriguez, 114-1990.
Thank you. You're here today on two failure to appear warrants. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court date is going to be July 16th in the downtown Superior Court. Pursuant to Rule 7.2B on both of your matters, you're going to be held non-bondable until your next court date. So again, your next court date is July 16th when you see a judge, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. John Mariah Ford to the podium. Kyle Begay to the chair, please. Kyle. Name and date of birth, please.
Jamaria Ford, 08/26/2003.
Thank you. I apologize for mispronouncing your first name.
You're fine.
You are here on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be July 17th in the downtown Superior Court. Based upon the request of your probation violation judge, you're going to be held non-bondable at this time due to the violation of your probation. The next court date is going to be July 17th, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you.
Kyle Begay to the podium. Terrence Olive to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Kyle Begay, 2/18/1995.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case and a probation and a failure to appear warrant. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for burglary in the second degree, Class 3 felony. Possession of burglary tools, a Class 6 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 16th, 17th, and 18th in the downtown Superior Court. Because it's been alleged that you committed this offense while you're out on release for your other case, you're going to be held non-bondable at this time.
Okay.
You also have a failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court dates are July 16th and 18th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your original judge. It's a $500 secured appearance bond. Please don't try to pay that bond because you're going to be held non-bondable on your new case. Please touch your left for your paperwork, sir. Terrence Olive to the podium. Darcy Bowser to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Terrence Olive, April 15th, 1977.
Thank you. You are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. Probable cause is previously found for aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back in August of 2024. I am assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 16th and July 18th in the downtown Superior Court. Setting a cash bond of $50,000. If you're able to post bond, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with an electronic ankle monitor. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Your Honor, may I say something? Originally, this case was from last year. I was released on my own recognizance with, Well, actually, I was released, and they told me all the charges was dropped. I was free to go. This warrant just came up within the last week or so. It happened at a motel. I don't live there.
Sir, please don't talk about the facts of your case.
No, I'm not going to speak on the fact. I wasn't the aggressor in the situation.
So, sir, if you're going to talk about defenses to your case, you got to talk about that with your assigned counsel.
Your Honor, I have my own apartment. I have a job. I have to be at work tomorrow. This happened last year. Originally, I was let out. They told me all the charges were dropped, and I was free to go.
Sir,
that's why I have the warrant.
Sir, the reason that they dropped the charges was because they took it to a preliminary hearing to find probable cause to strengthen the case. That's what the prosecutor's office does.
Your Honor, that was a year ago. Nobody never notified me. I wasn't running. I wasn't fleeing.
Sir, I understand. They don't notify you about this because the prosecutor's office does this. They don't have to tell you when they're setting the preliminary hearing. They just do it in front of a judge.
Okay, so I'm being punished, but y'all never gave me the opportunity to even come to court and address it.
This isn't a failure to appear warrant. This is just an arrest warrant for new charges, and given what the new charges are and given your criminal history, that's why the bond is what it is.
So how much of that will I need?
Sir, it's $50 cash.
$50?
No, $50K.
So I need $5,000.
$50,000. All right, sir. Why don't you step to your left for your paperwork? Darcy Bowser to the podium. Robert Raimondo to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Darcy Bowser, August 30th, 1979.
Thank you. And ma'am, could you please take your sleeves out of your shirt just for this? Thank you. You are here on a failure to appear warrant and 2 Superior Court arrest warrants. Let me talk to you about your arrest warrants first. Probable cause is previously found for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back in January of 2023. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court dates are July 16th and July 18th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your judge. It's a $5,000 secured appearance bond. On your second Superior Court arrest warrant, probable cause is previously found for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back in April of 2023. I am assigning counsel. Your next court dates are also July 16th and July 18th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your judge. This is also a $5,000 secured appearance bond. Finally, you have a failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning you new counsel. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court dates are the same dates, July 16th and July 18th. Setting a secured appearance bond of $1,000. So total, it's $11,000 secured for all three of your cases. If you're able to bond out, you're going to be placed on pretrial services supervision. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. But please step to your left for your paperwork, ma'am. Robert Raimondo to the podium. Miguel Gutierrez to the chair, please.
Good morning.
Hi, name and date of birth, please.
7661, sir.
And name, please.
Robert Michael Raimondo.
Thank you. You're here today on a failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court date's going to be July 16th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your original judge, it's a $10,000 cash bond. If you're able to bond out, you're going to be placed on pretrial services supervision, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Why don't you step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Miguel Gutierrez to the podium. James Richardson to the chair, please. Name and date of birth.
05-3107.
Name, please.
Miguel Ayala Gutierrez.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 4 felony. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's going to be, next court dates are July 16th and July 18th in the Downtown Superior Court. Setting a $10,000 cash bond. If you're able to bond out, you're going to be placed on pretrial services supervision, and you're going to be fitted with an electronic ankle monitor. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
May I speak now?
Sure.
This is an old case from...
No, sir. Yeah, no.
February
They arrested
13th?
you before, and then they let you out?
Yeah,
They
let me out because my charges were supposed to be scratched off.
Yeah, sir. So...
this case is from...
Sir.
I didn't...
Sir. This is something totally new. They arrested you again because you allegedly had a weapon again. So that's why you're going to be held. They let you out before, and I don't know what they're going to do with your other case. This is a totally separate arrest from what they arrested you for before. It's not...
So from this case, so if I do this time, this case is over?
Sir, I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know what the prosecutor's office is going to do. I'm just here to let you know what your bond is and when your next court date is going to be. So your next court date is going to be July 16th, okay? And you have a $10,000 cash bond.
Okay.
All right, sir. Please step to your left for your paperwork. James Richardson to the podium. Jesus Lubiano to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
James Richardson, 22575.
Thank you. You're here today on a failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court date is going to be July 17th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your original judge. It's a $5,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You're to have no contact with the victim whatsoever, and you have to contact your PO within 3 days.
Okay, can I speak?
As long as it's not about...
No, it's not. I've already got an attorney for this. It's Eric Wooten, and we've already called him. I have a court date on July 19th to have the warrant quashed and my probation reinstated.
Sure thing. So, sir, yeah, the warrant hasn't been quashed, though. So that's why you're going to remain in custody until they quash that warrant or until they change your release conditions. So at this point, sir, you're gonna be.
But what do I do about the July 19th date that I've already got at 8:30?
It's actually on the 21st.
Or 21st, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, they'll talk about it on the 17th.
Can, the whole process of the thing was for me to be in a rehab by a certain date. I'm in that rehab right now, and that's where I'll be residing for the next 90 days. And I did everything my PO asked me to do. If I was to make that court date, then I would have been kicked out of that rehab, and that wouldn't have been, and you can ask them, they were there when I got arrested.
I understand. So I see that motion to quash was filed. Thing is, though, after that motion to quash was filed, your judge didn't quash it. So there's still.
Okay, so how is that my fault?
Sir, I'm not here to judge whose fault that is. Basically, what your probation violation judge is saying is they still want to see you, and they're not getting rid of the bond. That's what the situation is.
And they came to see me at my rehab. They came to see me the Friday before.
The judge didn't come and see you. That's the thing. The judge is keeping that bond, and so and so the bond.
So you don't see the confusion here? Like I'm supposed to be in a rehab, so they're telling me to go there, so I'm there. So now they're telling me to come to court to quash the warrant.
Sir, this was.
So I can't be in two places at one time.
Sir, this was a failure to appear warrant.
Right. On that same day is the day I was in rehab. I could not do two things.
I have no idea why your probation violation judge did it, and so that's the thing.
You have no answer for me?
Unfortunately, I don't, because I know
that's
I don't know.
So I just have to I have to be in jail for a whole week instead of being in rehab where I need to be.
Unfortunately, that's the situation.
Why is that though? I don't get that.
Because
I've done nothing wrong. I've done exactly what my PO asked me to do.
Sir, because your original judge didn't quash the warrant. They want that warrant in place, and so that's why.
Okay, and that's what the 21st is. That's why Eric Wooten is on my.
Sir, you'll probably address it before the 21st at this time.
I'm probably what?
You'll probably have that addressed before the 21st now, because you have this next court date on the 17th. So you'll probably address it on the 17th.
So you're saying I have to be in jail to the 17th?
Correct. All right, sir.
And who's my attorney right now, at this moment?
What's it say?
You don't even have an attorney for me.
Is it Lisa Posada? I thought I saw Lisa Posada.
No, it's not. I've already talked to him, and she said that's not my attorney. It's Eric Wooten.
Okay, give me 1 second, I'll look it up.
Please don't say Posada.
Currently, it shows that court-appointed Lisa Posada.
It's not. I've already called. I've talked to that office. They told me Posada's not my attorney. It's Eric Wooten.
So I saw Mr. Wooten filed your motion to quash. So if Mr. Wooten filed your motion to quash, you'll go back to him, because because like I told you.
I'll go back what?
You're going to go back. You're going to go to Mr. Wooten, because I told you I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to the attorney whoever filed your motion to quash. All right.
It makes no sense why I'm here right now. They came to my rehab to get me.
Gotcha, sir.
So that means I was where I was supposed to be.
So, sir, I can't speak for the probation violation judge. You'll speak to them on the 17th, okay? You'll speak to them on the 17th. But you can
do something about the bond. That's on you. You could OR me. You could let me go back to my rehab. And
sir, I'm just here if there's bonds that are placed on people, I'm typically here to affirm them. Because I'm not going to second judge the probation violation judge, because they know your case better than I do.
My probation wants me in rehab.
So, sir, I'm going to affirm the bond at this time, all right?
$5,000.
It's $5,000 secured, so you can use a bond company. All right? If you want to please step to your left for your paperwork, sir.
Absolutely no problem.
Jesus Lubiano to the podium. Damian Soriano to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Jesus Lubiano, March 23rd, 1991.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for unlawful flight, a Class 5 felony. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's July 16th and 18th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $5,000. If you're able to post that bond, you're going to be placed on pretrial services supervision, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Your Honor, is there any way you could drop the bond just a little bit?
No, sir. No, I've not given these charges. All right, sir. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork.
All right.
Damian Soriano to the podium. Alyssa Layton to the chair, please. Sir, please remove your hat. Name and date of birth.
04/24/1998, David Riel.
Thank you. You are here today on 4 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's going to be July 17th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming all the bonds that were set by your probation violation judge. It's $750 on the first one, $1,000 on the second, $1,000 on the third, $250 on the fourth, so it's grand total, $3,000 secured appearance for all 4 of your cases. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't please step to your left for your paperwork. Alyssa Layton to the podium. Bradley Barham to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
1/23/92.
Name, please.
Alyssa Layton.
Thank you. You're here today on 3 probation violation warrants and a municipal court new case. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for refusal to give your true name upon arrest, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be July 16th. That's at the Goodyear City Court. Setting a secured appearance bond on that one, $500. And then for your 3 probation violation warrants, I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date is going to be July 17th in the Downtown Superior Court for all 3 of those. I'm affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. It's $500 on the first one, $500 on the second, $500 on the third. So for all 4 of your cases, you have a total $2,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 24 hours because you're on intensive probation services. Why don't you step to your left for your paperwork, ma'am. Bradley Barham to the podium. James Slatton to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Bradley Barham, 8/12/96.
Thank you. You're here today on 2 probation violation warrants. I am assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be July 17th in the Downtown Superior Court. I am setting secured appearance bonds of $1,000 on the first one, $750 on the second, so total $1,750 secured for both of your cases. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 24 hours because you're on intensive probation services. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. James Slatton to the podium. Tori Williams to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
2/25/99, James Slatton.
Thank you. You're here today on 2 failure to appear warrants. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court dates are July 16th, 17th, and 18th in the Downtown Superior Court. I am affirming the bond set by your original judge. Actually, no, I'm setting secured appearance bonds on your first case, $1,000 secured. On your second case, $500 secured, so total $1,500 secured for both of your cases. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't you step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Tori Williams to the podium. Mariah Jamie to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
3/5/83, Tori Lynn Williams.
Thank you. You're here today on 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be July 17th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. It's $750 secured on the first one, $500 secured on the second, so total $1,250 secured. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. The most important thing, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days.
Okay.
Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Mariah Jamie to the podium. Jeremy Galindo to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Mariah, 0426, I'm sorry, 8/26/04.
Okay, your full name, please.
Mariah Isabella Jaime.
Oh, sorry. I apologize for mispronouncing your last name.
It's okay.
You're here on you're here on 2 failure to appear warrants. I'm not assigning a new counsel. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court dates are July 16th, 17th, and 18th in the Downtown Superior Court. I am affirming the bond set by your original judges. So on one of them, it's a $500 cash bond. And on the second one, it's a $50 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Please start your paperwork. Jeremy Galindo to the podium. Travis Salmon to the chair, please. Name and date of birth.
March 14th, 1977.
Name, please.
Jeremy Galindo.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant and a municipal court warrant. For your municipal court warrant, I am assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's July 15th. That's at the Peoria City Court. I'm reducing your bond to $100 secured on that one. You also have a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's July 17th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. It's $100 secured. So total, $200 secured for both of your cases. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. All right, sir, please step to your left for your paperwork. Travis Salmon to the podium. Chelsea Tapija to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Travis Solomon, 7/23/95.
Thank you. You're here today on a justice court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's July 15th. That's at the Agua Fria Justice Court. I'm reducing your bond to $150 secured. If you're able to bond out, you're just not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
So, can I say something, Your Honor?
Okay, go ahead.
I just got out of prison. That warrant was issued while I was in prison. I'm on parole and everything. My parole officer said I had no warrant or anything. And then I go down and get arrested.
Sir, you said you just got out of prison?
I just got out of prison June 12th of this year.
$350-944?
Yes, sir.
So for the record, I am currently looking at the Arizona DOC website. You went in on 11/28/22.
Yep.
And this warrant was issued on this warrant was issued before you went in.
Before I went in?
Yes, sir.
It was never brought up in my sentencing. It was never brought up when I was getting released to see if I had any holds or warrants in DOC. It was never brought up when I went to go talk to my parole officer about warrants and holds.
Let's see, last time they told you about this.
Never.
It was in August of 22. Yeah, so sir, yeah.
I was in county in August of 22.
All right, so.
Because I got out July 4th of 22. They did the same thing they're doing to me now, issued me a warrant while I was fighting the case.
All right, sir.
So I gotta pay for the punishment of doing more time behind this motherfucking shit because of y'all's fuck up.
Sir, please watch your language. Sir, were you in custody on September 2022?
Yes.
When did you get it? Were you in custody the entire time until you went to DOC?
Yes. I got out July 4th, was out for 3 months, and then went back.
Got out July 4th. Let's see if that checks out. You were seen July 12th, 2022 by my colleague.
Because they said I had a warrant when I just got out.
Right. And did you take care of it?
Yes,
at that time?
I went down there, got set up with a payment plan, couldn't pay my first payment plan because I went back.
All right.
And then they issued this warrant. So I haven't had no time to, you see what I'm saying? If the system knows you locked up, how are they going to issue a warrant for not paying a fine if you locked up?
Reprint, please. All right, sir. I'm going to take you at your word on this, and so at this time, I'm actually not assigning you counsel because for the types of charges you're facing, you're not entitled to free counsel, but you can hire your own attorney if you want to. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Next court date's going to be July 30th. That's at the Alante Justice Court. Upon promise to appear, I'm going to be releasing you today. There's some conditions to your release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
I can't anyways. I'm on parole.
Sir, do you understand those conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to follow those conditions?
Yes, sir.
Promise to appear on July 30th at the Alante Justice Court?
Yes, sir.
Understand if you don't show up, another warrant will issue for your arrest?
Yes, sir.
Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you on your own recognizance. Why don't you just wait over there? You're going to get new paperwork, okay?
Yes, sir. Wait in the lobby right over here?
Yeah, just wait on a chair. You'll get new paperwork. Chelsea Tapija to the podium. William Clark to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Chelsea Janette Tapija, 4/17/1997.
Thank you. I apologize for mispronouncing your last name. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be July 17th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. It's a $100 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork, ma'am. William Clark to the podium. Haley Hartman to the chair, please. Name and date of birth.
William Clark, June 17th, 1991.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is July 17th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. It's a $100 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. All right, sir. Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you.
Haley Hartman to the podium. Christopher Enriquez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth.
Haley Herman, 02-2505.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 16th and July 18th in the Downtown Superior Court. Does she still have a Mesa City hold?
I have more paperwork for that gentleman. Sorry, I tried to catch you before you walked away.
Oh, yeah.
No, she doesn't have a $500 Mesa City hold?
No, she had Phoenix Court earlier, but it was dismissed. And then she has original warrant.
She does have a Mesa City hold? Okay. All right, ma'am. So your next court dates are July 16th and July 18th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm setting a placeholder bond of $50 to give you credit for time served while you're held on your Mesa warrant. If you're able to bond out of all your cases, you're going to be placed on pretrial services supervision, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Well, please step to your left for your paperwork, ma'am. Christopher Enriquez to the podium. Name and date of birth.
02-02-1994.
Name, please.
Christopher Enriquez.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for theft of means of transportation and Class 3 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 16th and July 18th in the Downtown Superior Court. Setting a placeholder bond of $50 because it appears that you have a multiple City of Phoenix warrants and also reprint, please. So I'm setting a $50 secured appearance bond as a placeholder. If you're able to bond out of all of your cases, including your Phoenix City Court cases, you're going to be placed on pretrial services supervision with alcohol and drug testing and monitoring. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you have to continue to obey the order of protection that's been put out against you. All right, sir, you're going to get new paperwork. If you're going to wait over there, you're going to get new ones.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, stand up on the door.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted. I knew it.
Sorry about that. Okay. Courtroom has been cleared. Could I please get appearances? No, counsel?
Oh, is there a prosecutor?
No, they won't be appearing.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Andrew Bliszczak for Mr. Blem, who's present.
Thank you. Sir, could I please have your full name and date of birth?
Tyler Ferris Blem, December 9th, 1993.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on the Superior Court grand jury warrant. Grand jury has found probable cause to hold you on one count of sexual conduct with a minor, Class 2 felony, and enticing a child and the facilitation of for facilitation of a sex offense, Class 4 felony. These were alleged to have occurred between October and November of 2024. I'm not assigning you counsel because it appears as if you have Mr. Bliszczak representing you. Mr. Bliszczak, will it be both you and your father representing Mr. Blem?
Yes, Your Honor, but at this point, the arrangement is just for this hearing only.
Okay.
So I would ask the court to appoint counsel for Mr. Blem.
Sure. So, Mr. Blem, here's the situation. At least for today, Mr. Bliszczak is going to be representing you and can answer questions for you. Between now and your next court date, which is July 17th, if you find that if you don't have an attorney, would you please request an attorney of the next judge?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Mr. Bliszczak, would you like to make your record regarding release conditions?
Thank you, Judge. As you stated, the grand jury has already found probable cause. I just want the court to know that in 2024, my client, in the summer of 2024, Mr. Blem started a tumultuous relationship with the victim's mother. And that's really where the nature of these charges came from. in one sense, their relationship deteriorated with the victim's mother, and at this point, my client is.
You need to stop for a second.
I'm sorry. Apparently, the record, FTR shut down. So, yeah, we may, counsel, you may have to do that part over again. We'll let you know. We're going to take a brief recess. Counsel, do you want to go back in the room, or do you want to just wait a couple minutes?
We'll wait a couple minutes.
All
Sounds
right.
like it's.
Hopefully, it's not lengthy.
I'm logging back in now. I just decided to turn off.
Your Honor, can I ask why the prosecutor's not here? Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't.
It's their choice.
Okay.
Are we currently off the record?
Yes, honestly, I don't know. I can't tell.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you so much. So the camera is down. But it should be back.
I'll have to reprint too.
Okay.
Thank you.
We are good to go. I'm so sorry.
Sure thing. Okay, apologies, Mr. Blischek. Could you start back just to make sure the record is complete? Could you please make your record regarding release conditions starting from the beginning? I apologize.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sure. Was just noting that since 2024 in the summer, my client started a tumultuous relationship with the victim's mother. Things kind of deteriorated, but I also want to point out to the court that my client was arrested in November. He served nearly a week in jail for charges relating to the incident here. Since then, he's still in Arizona. He's had no contact with the victim, despite the victim and the victim's mother saying things on social media or reaching out. My client has not contacted them. He's obviously had, without contact, there's no threats or any concerning behavior to the victim or the victim's mother. My client still is working at the same job. He's still employed. He pays his bills, and he still is a member of the Maricopa community. He does not have any failure to appears. There was one warrant while he was residing out of state. Since then, he returned to court every single time. I think the court will note that he does have a F6. He has served probation. I believe he had no problems on probation, and he's going to come back to court. So ultimately, he's presumed innocent. He has shown that he has not demonstrated any threats to the victim or to the community of Maricopa, and he will come back to court. And lastly, Your Honor, I do want to note, just to put on the record, that he makes $4,000 a month. His bills are around $3,700. I want to give the court that accounting because I'd like the court at this time to declare him indigent. And we'd ask for a bond, a secured appearance bond that he can afford. He can bond out, continue to work while he fights his case. So I'd ask a secured appearance bond of under $10,000.
Thank you. After hearing from, first to address his indigence, I can make the finding now, but at this point, since Mr. Blischak, since you're representing him just for today, I can't put an extra note in there for counsel to be appointed, so that's why I asked your client to request counsel at the next court hearing, which should not be a problem at all. So again, Mr. Blem, if you find yourself without retained counsel by your next court date, please request a public defender or public defense services, and someone will be appointed for you.
Yes, sir.
After hearing from defense counsel and reviewing the record before me, I'll be making the following orders. At this time, I'm going to be affirming the bond set by the grand jury. Mr. Blem, the grand jury, the judge who appears before the grand jury sets these bonds before they come to me, and they hear whatever recommendations are made by counsel for the state. And over a certain amount, it's my obligation to affirm those bonds. So at this time, I'm affirming the bond set by the grand jury. It's a $50,000 cash bond. Sir, if you're able to post that bond, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with an electronic ankle monitor. Furthermore, if you're able to post bond, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, no contact with any minors. You're prohibited from accessing the internet through any electronic means. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must continue to obey the order of protection that's been put out against you. Mr. Blischak, do you have anything further you'd like to place on the record?
One moment, Your Honor. I just wanted to check a note.
There's new paperwork if you want to come and get that, please.
After a certain amount, this court is not able to change the bond based on the grand jury.
Correct.
Judge. And then nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, again, your next court date is going to be July 17th. At least for now, while you have Mr. Blischak, please ask him any questions that you might have. Mr. Blischak, would you like more time with your client in the room before you take off?
Thank you for that courtesy, Your Honor. Yes, just about 10 seconds.
That's fine. So again, sir, good luck to you. And again, please request counsel if you do not have next counsel by your next court date.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. This concludes the 11 p.m. calendar.